We are going live in like 2 seconds, I'm assuming.
Or life.
I think we are. That's rude. Ask for my permission before oh, you know what I mean? Like YouTube live, it should like be like, oh, do you really want to live now? And I'll be like, yes, please, button, and then no. It's just like you open a live setup, and as soon as you open go live button to set it up, I think it's just like we live. I'm like,
It's
well,
like I'm live, bitch, and I'm not gonna say anything. You're supposed to know.
it's like we're about to go perform and we're like putting our panties on and pantyhose and like stockings, and then they just like open the curtains, and then people are like looking at you and like, oh, improvise. But yeah, yes.
And then you're like putting it on more sexily. You're like, nah,
Na,
no.
na, na. And
Put
then
on your like weave or your wig, and you're like,
oh yes, blood squirting everywhere because getting ready isn't a joke.
well, I made smoothie. What?
So smart. I love it. That's what I need to do. Start drinking more healthy. Like I literally wrote a note to myself, like make smoothie instead of buying pre-made smoothies.
Yeah, I mean, it's really like if you have a blender, you might as well.
That's true. I do have a blender and I should use it. And Kane is here. Kane? More like no. Kane, yay. Sorry.
Jesus, I don't know. Jesus, Jesus is here.
Jesus is a biscuit. He soaks up all the love.
Ooh,
Have you?
that's a soggy biscuit though, right?
Yes, soggy biscuits are best. I don't know. When you go to a restaurant, do you like crispy biscuits or not biscuits, or do you like soggy biscuits?
I don't want soggy. So like soggy is. Oh my god, my mouth is scary now. Okay.
That's not
Um,
scary. What did you do?
I just drank this.
Oh, and then wow, your teeth is so white.
And also, this makes it look more white because it's casting a little bit of a blue over my teeth.
Well,
Anyways,
you have beautiful
there's
teeth.
like soggy is like where it's wet, right?
Mm-hmm. Like
Soggy is
you
wet,
put
and
gravy
then
on
there's
it.
soft,
Mm-hmm.
and then there's like crispy,
Mm-hmm.
and then there's like crunchy.
Mm-hmm.
And for biscuits, usually I would go in the soft or crispy area.
Mm.
Maybe like I'm okay with just soft or if they cook it a little bit soft with a little crisp.
Well, let me give you an option to think about. Okay, so do you know there's like a dessert-ish biscuits when you eat it with the jam or like whatever sweet stuff?
And like scones.
And then there's like a savory biscuits when you put gravy on it or like, Thanksgiving style, all that stuff. Which one do you prefer more for biscuits? If you can eat one type of biscuit for the rest of your life, which type would you choose?
Um, I don't consider scones a biscuit though. If we're talking strictly biscuits, like in the South and the U.S., I would not want to eat them with as dessert.
Oh.
But if we're talking like British, like or
Mm-hmm.
European, like scones or
Mm-hmm.
something. Oh, that's a hard one. I don't know. I I'm not a biscuit person. I don't really. I like buns. If we're talking about buns, I love buns.
Wait, what's the difference between biscuit and a bun? Aren't they like the same thing?
You know what? Now I'm questioning myself. Okay, biscuits. I feel like my image of biscuits are
Mm-hmm.
that they're a little bit thicker.
Oh, like when you go to Popeyes or like
I
KFC.
don't know. I don't go
KFC? What about
there.
KFC? No? Okay. Oh, god damn it. You fancy ass mother fudger. But,
Okay.
wait, I want to. Wait.
I,
Fancy ass mother fudger. Wait, say something for see if your voice works. Fancy ass mother fudger. Wait, say something for see if your voice works. We'll see. Yes.
Oh,
Okay.
you can hear me.
I think.
Yeah, I could hear it.
Right?
Yeah. Um,
Okay, got it. Yes, 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 yes.
yeah, I'm
Okay.
looking it up. I'm looking up the difference between biscuits and buns. This is very
Oh
important.
god. Well,
And if it's the same, then I'm down.
but I do have a question. Where do you get biscuits then? If you go to like Popeyes or KFC, do you get it from Publix or did you make it at home with your family?
Wait a second. Biscuits and a roll. There's a difference.
Well,
So what I'm talking about is a roll. Hold on.
yes.
I see. In the South, biscuits are common. In the South
Yes.
and the U.S.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm. Hmm.
Biscuit?
It's not. It's not saying. Oh. European people think of biscuits as scones.
I
Is that
think
true?
I think it depends. Let us know, Kane, about too. What do you think is a biscuit? But like when I think about biscuit, it's literally what they give you at KFC or like Popeyes. It's because
Okay, I got it. Someone wrote this out. Someone wrote it out. Okay.
okay.
It says dinner rolls, which I like. Dinner rolls is a normal like bread, like glutinous bread,
Yes.
and it says wheat flour is mixed with water to form the gluten, and the dough is kneaded to align the gluten into sheets, which can be. Okay, this is really dumb explanation.
It's like too detailed. Like I think.
Anyway, it's about developing the gluten so it can make it soft and springy and spongy and chewy. And then it says, and they're easy to cut. There's no like crumbs or whatever, really. And then biscuits is okay. Fat, lard is cut into flour. So fat.
That's unhealthy.
Yeah, that's why people in the South eat it because we eat everything that's unhealthy. Okay.
Wow.
So fats and
Wow.
mixed with flour.
I thought you were gonna go like historical reason why people eat it because of like this tradition, but no.
No. And it's not. It says it's not all of the fat. Some of the fat is mixed into the flour, and the rest of it is cut into tiny pieces or small pieces, and you add liquid
Wait.
to it
We're
and a
getting,
tiny bit of gluten.
we're getting too into it. Let's like go out of.
It's fatty. Biscuits are fatty, and it's more flaky. The final texture is more flaky.
That's the biscuit I imagine.
Thicker and flaky.
Yeah, but I didn't know it was made with lard, because lard is bad.
I mean, technically, like types of butter you use, maybe.
That's true. Maybe it depends. I just imagine they like, like fat when you cook it, and if you leave it out for a while, it turns white and it's like chunky. I just imagine like a group of that, and they just like, I don't know. I imagine someone shady putting into it and be like, yes, they have.
But it's actually good though.
I don't know. Is it?
It's not good for you, but it's tasty. Oh my god.
Yes.
Yeah.
You're fine. Kane did say in New Zealand, biscuit is a cookie, and we just call it biscuits, scones. Yeah.
Like digestive biscuits, for example.
Yeah. Well, in my country, we don't have biscuits. Biscuits are usually like chips. That's what we think. Like biscuits, like the square biscuits in Asia, we don't. We just call it bread. I think overall bread, everything. I'm sure there's like a professional word for it. People who are educated and who are into like culinary and bakery, but usually it's just like bang in Korean. Everything is just bang.
All right, I need to know what this is. I'm gonna look it up in Japanese.
In Japanese, I'm sure it's similar, but maybe different in a way.
I just want to see what the image results are. Like, is it gonna show us like what we think of it as a biscuit, or is it gonna be like something else?
If I type biscuit in Korean, see, I don't even know how to type biscuit in Korean.
Oh my god, my Wi-Fi is so bad. I've been waiting for this search for like 40 seconds. How could it?
Okay, so the crispy one comes up, the biscuits. Yeah, the KFC biscuit. This is what every Korean people grew up with.
Oh.
I sent you
Yeah,
online.
Japanese people think of them as the crackers or cookies,
Yes.
like on New Zealand.
The yellow cookies, the cheesy cookies, biscuits. Anyway,
Oh, you can't even see it. Okay.
no, I could see it. It was beautiful. Totally. Oh, how you
How
doing?
is everyone today?
Yeah, how are you, Kane? Let us know and we'll reply in 2 seconds because it takes some time for text to show up. But how are you?
Yeah.
How are you? You go, Hugo.
Um.
Yeah. How's
Hmm.
life? Career?
There's good
Love?
and bad. There's good and bad, and everything in between. Yeah. I don't know if I should be too honest, but
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
What do you mean by good and bad?
Well, there's some bad. I feel like there's like some bad things that have happened recently,
Oh.
but I mean, in general, life isn't horrible, you know.
Mm-hmm.
There's some good things mixed in. Yep.
Wait,
But
hold on a second. It is not showing your beautiful face. I think. Okay. Okay, your face is showing, and then my face is showing. Okay, we're back on. Cool. But yes, good
what
and
about you?
bad. No, we're gonna talk more about you
No,
because I
no,
did
I don't want
not.
to. No, your turn.
I don't want to talk about myself because everything's dark and I don't know where I'm
I
going.
have a lot of darkness too, and I don't want to talk about it on
Well,
here.
let's talk about it, right? Because that's how we're friends are for, and that's
I
what.
mean, many like many days. No, it's too dark. It's too dark. It's too dark for this.
Well, I'll start. Maybe you'll get in the mood and become sad with
No.
me. But
Go.
Kane. Oh, but good news is Kane said I may get a free study next year, so that's exciting. Hell yeah, free tuition. But it's okay if my last name is showing Kane. No one else is seeing it besides three of us here. I was like, yeah, whatever. No one else was gonna see it beside us. But yeah, like my internship is ending, and in my head, I didn't apply to other studios before. There was definitely a prime time. You should be applying to new places in the animation industry in July to August, which is like the prime time.
Yeah.
So in my head, knowing, oh, I'm probably getting a job after internship, and I was like, I'm gonna get it no matter what. So I didn't apply to other position until like late August. And with the internship ending, they loved me, they liked me, but there wasn't enough headcount, and they did let me know. So I was like, I guess I'll be applying for another job. But I do have an interview tomorrow with my internship company. But let's talk about possible future career. It might be next year or next 6 month, which is possibly good, but like I need money in next year or like 6 months when I don't have a job, you know? So I kind of wish I was more active, and I thought that was a cockroach, but I thought I was more active. I just learned to accept them and live with them and kill them whenever I see them. But um, I thought, I don't know. Yeah, I was lazy about it, and then now I'm applying, and it seems like there was a studio that I got accepted to before, like my internship, and I rejected them because like I'm actually going to my company, But I said it in a very nice way, like, "Oh, I hope our path crossed again." And it was an easy interview. But when I applied like last week, I still didn't get a response from them. So I'm like, "Fuck, hire me. I need money and I need a job so I can move to California." But it's just sad. Like everything's ending. Like if you see the boxes in the background, I'm packing everything. I'm hugging the computer I received from my company because like I made so many great works with it and now I have to return it. But you have to face it and I have to return things and I need to be applying to job and I know that's what I'm supposed to do even though I don't like it and it feels like I don't know what's gonna happen in the future. I don't know what company I'll be with. But and also I think I'm supposed to apply for classes. They said like in order to be an intern, you need to be enrolled in school, right? So I'm like, yeah, I go to SCAD anyway, right? And I graduated last year. I just applied it for internship, but they did say like we need you enrolled in school this year, so it doesn't matter when, as long as you're enrolled in 2020. So I was like, yeah, hell yeah, I'll do it. And like the more it gets closer to tuition is like $3,000 for one class that I'm taking just to qualify for an internship and it has no value in it. It's literally like a side class that doesn't even make whatever sense. So right now I low key want to like not take it and will they ever find out and I'll be like because I don't want to pay $3,000 for some like shitty ass classes that I'll never be excited about. So that's another thing that's on my head. Like, do I take this shitty like class and sacrifice $3,000 on my own? So like, there's another thing that's lying on top of it, and that's what I'm thinking about. Basically, do I need to take this class, and where will I find another job, and Corona. Yeah, so that's what I've been thinking about.
I mean, do you need to do another internship?
If I don't find any job, right, they do open for another internship next year with the same company, and low key, I kind of want to do it. Like, even if I get hired by a full company, right, and get a full
Yeah.
time job, I do want to quit when an internship offer starts and I do get in with my previous company. We'll call it Company T. If I do get it with the T, if
Is it
I
because he is like that shape? You know.
I guess so. If I do like get in again for another
Ooh,
internship,
we can call it Company Z or Company X.
Company
That feels.
X, yeah, Company
No,
X,
no, X sounds bad because then that's like X company. Let's not. Let's say like Z.
Company Z, yes. If I do get an internship again, I am willing to take like a full time job off, and I'll be like, hey, I'm quitting to join another internship because my end goal is with them, and that's I think what I want to do. And then also their pay, my current well, not my current company, my previous company that I just interned, their pay is like way nicer than like people who's working full time job. Like it's insane. Like a $5 an hour difference can change a lot. Like if you do it like let's say you earn $10 an hour, that's 40 hours a week, that's $400 like a week, right? But then if you do like $15, 15 times like 40, it's $600 an hour. That's a $200 difference. But imagine like my company, I was earning X amount that was like $25 difference. So that's 25 times like 40, which would be like 1,200 difference than like a full-time job for an internship. And imagine if I do get a full-time job with it, that's probably like, oh my God, 65, $45 difference. So 65 or
Yeah.
$45 an hour. And this is just a difference amount. $45 a month or dollars an hour times 40, it's like 1,600, almost $2,000 a week plus top of it, which would be like probably 7,000 or $8,000 a week, which is like hell yeah, I'll live in LA if I can make that much money. Like, so
Yeah, you just have to give up your sanity in your life because obviously you had so many meetings that you were basically living at your job. So that's gonna be your new life.
yeah,
Yay!
but I'm excited low key because like I loved everything that I work on. I get excited, and then they do force you to take a break. So like during the breaks, I will probably visit you and like, oh, it's a break time. I have to go to Korea, or I have to go to Georgia to see my parents first, and then I'll go to Korea. Oh, I'm in Korea. Might as well book a first flight ticket to like Japan and hang out with Anna and go to these fancy places. That's a lifestyle I want to live. So like right now, I don't have any future. I just pray to the moon, and that's what I'm doing. Yeah. Okay, now your turn. Let's talk about job concerns, future concerns, past, or wet as pussy. Yes.
No, my life is it's too sad.
It's okay. If you don't want to
No.
talk about it, we can talk on one on one. Yes.
But I will say, I've definitely been really lazy about looking for a job, but I think part of it is like there's like a part of me that's afraid of like starting a new job because it
Yeah.
means change and it means
Yeah.
yeah, a whole change in my entire life
Hmm.
and it means actually doing a lot of work.
Hmm.
Because like my current job is I do actually enjoy a lot of it. I probably shouldn't talk about that kind of thing on here, but yeah, I think I think this one hair just wants to run away. But yeah.
I do have a
Um,
I do have a suggestion though, which one thing I learned at the internship, they
yeah.
gave you what your desired chart. So basically, you have a chart and first you name it. First thing is like you're passionate on what you're working on. So stuff you'll be working on at your current place or your next place you're applying to, how much you care about that. And then second thing on the list is pay, how much pay you care about. And third thing is like your boss, right? That is very important. If you have a shitty boss or if you have a
Yeah.
really good boss, that's how much of it is important to you. And what you do is you
Um,
take 100 per 100 and then you divide it on, okay, I can sacrifice 50 for what I'm passionate about working on, but I'm okay with a little less pay, so I'll put 20 on the pay, and you have to decide like which job like fits you
yeah,
the most, and that was definitely eye changing when I did that.
really?
Yeah, so like if you do list for your current company and what you think each points are for each sections, like passion on you're working on, your company culture and pay, and then you do another one with the second places you'll be applying to. What if the pay is great, but then the boss is shitty, and then there's no benefits or whatever?
But that's that. I feel like part of it is like I won't know that until I start. But I mean, I will know maybe in the interview
Yeah, for sure.
process. Like I'll kind of feel it out. I think like for me, definitely having a good boss is very important. Well, probably manager. I mean, boss is important too, but whoever I'm working with more directly,
Hmm.
very, very important to me. If I can't respect them and if they don't respect me,
Yeah.
there's a problem.
Yeah.
But like, it's actually like very important because it can affect how, because you're like living there
Hmm.
basically. I mean, like most of your time is like spent at work.
Hmm. You're not you're supposed to see them every day for whatever until you get next job. So it's like you can't avoid them. So
Yeah.
it's really a matter of what you value the most important thing about a company or a job. So like,
Yeah. And I think for me, because yeah, I'm just like I'm comparing a lot of companies online. I'm working with like an agent
hmm,
and they're sending me things that they think I might be interested in.
hmm,
And they keep sending me like on I don't know, I probably shouldn't talk about these things. I don't know what I should and shouldn't talk about, but anyways, when I'm looking at jobs, like
hmm,
I'm looking at because I wouldn't know the boss. So obviously I look at the pay, but at this point
hmm,
I'm accepting a little bit lower just so I can get some experience.
hmm, hmm,
Um, I'm okay with that.
hmm,
But there's also things like maternity leave and like different insurances that I need to look at.
yeah,
Are they going to pay for transportation?
mm,
Anything with housing? If I have to move, are they going to help me
yeah,
pay for move?
mm.
Do I have to live in a company dormitory or
Yeah,
something?
location and like your housing. is important.
Yeah, yeah. And like, I mean, unless they require me to move, like, I don't necessarily want to move because I just moved and I like my place. Like, I like the location. I could do with a little bit better of a place, but I like the location. So,
Yeah. So
when
like,
did when were those hands up there? That emoji? Oh my God.
I'm clapping at your word of wisdom, like silently.
Oh my God. There's only two choices.
Yeah, and you're supposed to be Simpson because it's yellow. But I
Oh.
I think that's
Wait, mine isn't. Is yours?
what? Why is mine yellow?
It's racist.
I'm not yellow. I'm tan. I'm orangish, like brownish tan. But it's
But I'm wondering, I it might be choosing it based on the background, probably not. I usually use these emojis and I change the color. So maybe I already changed the color. Or it's fucking racist.
Aubrey said you can change the skin color on the settings. Wow, she's the queen of Zoom. Yes.
Yes. Why can't we have more? I want to have more. I want to have like a little devil sign.
Ooh,
And
yes. Satan sign.
yes, because all hail Satan.
Satan, more like Satin. Sorry.
Ooh.
But
But it's really true though.
yes. Oh my god.
True.
Aubrey's here. She said, currently I'm unemployed and I have no idea what career path I want. It is okay. That's okay.
Join the club.
Yes.
This is we're like a weird, depressing kind of encouraging group.
We are we are family. Yes. Shut up. That was beautiful.
What is that from? I feel like there's something.
It's a song. It's a song called We Are Family. We are family, and I don't know the other lyrics. It's literally that only I know. But let's talk about Wet Ass Pussy. I love that song. I did not like that song when I first heard it because I didn't like the part initially. Like I thought Megan was outshining like Cardi B in a better way. So I was like, okay,
Yeah.
this is cool. It wasn't as catchy. But then I talked to you on last weekend, and I was like, okay, let me give this a song a try. And I listened to it, and I was just like, okay, it's cute. And then I went to a shower. And I was like, what is pussy? And I was like, that's true. Certified freak. 7 days a week. But yes.
But I do think that's really awesome though that she's giving all the other female rappers like a place to kind of.
To shine.
Um,
Like
yeah,
I
I feel
thought Mhm.
she. It's less about her rapping, and more about her just doing like the chorus and being like, I don't have to try. This is my song.
Yes.
All these
I did
girls, talented girls are gonna do, or women are gonna do.
yes. I did like the part when Cardi B said, I want you to like does it suck or touch the dangly thing on the back of my throat. Like that's
Oh
how
yeah, that's always in the memes or like the TikToks where everyone's like listening to this song and then at that point they're like,
But that's not true. That's how I want to make out. When I make out with someone, I want to feel like an alien is attacking me with their tentacle tongues. Is wise. I don't know. I don't know.
okay,
I don't know how to describe the tongue making out beautifully. Okay, just bunch of tongue intertwining together like snakes. It is. There's no beautiful way to like describe that shit. You know. I don't know. Do you want to try it?
I will have to say though, I've had many experiences with guys like eating my face. Like the kissing is just too extreme. And then if people have stubble,
Oh.
and I literally got a scab here from making out with them because they're just like so
Okay.
tacky.
Okay.
I'm really not into that.
That is horrible. What's up with these people? Would you
They just
take them to a court? Like what?
the kissing court. Hey, you suck.
Yes.
But the wrong way.
Oh, yes. But like type of make that I really enjoy is like it starts smooth and you just like kiss like mwah, like lightly and then all of a sudden like and then go, like it's like back and forth. It's like mwah mwah mwah, and then gently, and then it gets slow and
Oh,
faster,
yeah.
and then
Ooh.
faster, and then faster, and then like they pull my hair, and I pull their hair, and I'm like ooh, like it's not like oh, it's just like ooh, like it's hot in that way.
It's like you have a guy, it's like so romantic, and then he's like, "Ooh."
I know it sounds like that,
And then
but like a gentle nudge. That's hot. I do not like choking, but like
yeah.
it's which I am also for. If you like choking, go ahead, choke all the way. But
Can we make a Christmas version of Choke All the Way? Like
oh
Jingle All the Way?
yes, yes.
Choke, choke, choke,
Choke,
choke,
choke,
choke.
choke, choke. And
I
we
know.
sing it while dressing up like artichokes. Yes, yes.
Oh, choke, choke, choke.
Choke, choke,
Oh
choke.
yeah, we can make it seem like you're talking about choking, and then at the end you realize they're talking about making a recipe
Yes,
for
artichoke.
Arctic dip.
Yes. And we'll do it in front of Macy's where kids go in by and people will be like, "What is this song about?" And I'm like, "It's actually about artichokes. You're the one with
I'll
the
be
dirty
like
mouth."
this. Listen to the end, okay?
Yes.
Have patience.
Yes.
You're not teaching your children very good things right now,
Hmm.
okay?
Yeah, but like
Sit your booty down on this concrete in
yeah.
front of Macy's and listen to us. I don't care if you have heels on. I don't care if you have a dress. I don't care if those pants are white. You're
Hmm.
gonna sit down on this concrete and you're gonna listen to my friends sing our beautiful song
Yes.
and get educated because we're teaching you some very important things.
If you're on the way for a dick, I really highly recommend the song called "Driving for Dick," sung by Sophia. It's from the Cock Destroyers. Famous like the one I talked about last meeting. They do sex education.
Yeah.
The song came on during gym today. I forgot I added it on my workout list. But it's a horrible singing, but it's beautiful in that way. She's like driving for dick, driving for dick. I'm driving around for some dick, and then it's beat drops and it's like, oh yeah, I want to be your come down. It's beautiful. Yes, I want your spunk all over me in this British accent. But yes.
This is what you listen to when you're working out.
Yes, it gets you
Like
motivated.
there's like this I'm driving for dick and then like your face is just so normal. You're like
Yes. I
but
did
like
I did smile at some part and I thought people were like, what is this dude listening to? But I was just like, yes. Cause she's so into it. She's like driving for dig. Gotta get that dig. And yes.
but that's the best. Like
Yeah.
my favorite kind of people are the people that don't have ass things when they
Hmm.
go for it
Yeah.
and they like actors and things too.
Hmm.
Like the ones that fully get into their role, I
Yes.
respect so much.
Hmm.
Because especially in this society, we don't want to like necessarily stand out too much or like cause any problems or I don't know, just
Yeah.
we're all worried about looking dumb.
People are all like same. You're like there's morals, which is good, right? Morals, you shouldn't do terrible things and attack people, but like it's good to be like colorful and different. Like if I see someone in Union with like a neon green hair with like piercings and everything, which is very rare to see, I'm like, yeah, it's good to stand out and like do your fashion. Like good for you. So I think that's
And a
good.
tattoo of a cat face on their face.
What do you mean? Tattoo of a cat on their face?
Yeah, no, a tattoo of a cat's face on their face.
I
So
wouldn't
it's
I
like a
I would stay away from them and I would never be friends with them. But do you? There's gonna be people who like you, so yeah. Not me,
maybe
but
cat or
yes.
maybe they're into cats.
I'm like, well, pussy
Okay.
face, yes. Yes. Oh my god, what is pussy? Oh my god, that's such a good song.
Driving the dick, WAP. What do you guys think about WAP?
Ooh, yeah, Aubrey seemed to like it. She's like, OMG, Megan's part is so good. Dangle balls, dangle all the way. I think this was from like a Christmas artichoke part. Yes.
Oh, I like that. Dangle balls, dingle balls.
Hmm. Dangle balls.
We can say grab them balls, grab them balls.
Yes. Grab them
Grab-
balls, grab them
Okay,
balls.
are you a balls person?
What do you mean?
Do you like balls?
I suck them when I give a blowjob, but it's a special price. When I do give a blowjob, I usually touch and then I suck their dick. I don't eat their balls unless you're hot or I'm in the mood for it or we're in love and we're dating. So ball is like a special extra price. Or I have to be in the mood for it. Yeah. I enjoy getting it, so that's why I also know other people like it.
Oh,
So it's like I know you like it, but I'm just not gonna give it to you for free.
that's what I'm saying.
What
That was
about
the same
you?
song. Oh.
Balls.
It's I actually feel a little bit sad when guys don't like their balls being
Whoa.
massaged
What is
because it's
wrong?
a thing. There's some guys that it feels like it doesn't feel like they don't feel anything. Like it just feels like you're touching like I don't know their arm or something. That's how people have described it.
Maybe.
I'm just saying if I was a guy and like it wouldn't be in a sexual way, but I feel like if I was like sitting at home, I don't know, watching a movie or whatever, I would just be like squishing my balls because I just feel like it's just so fun. It's really fun to it's really fun and
Wait.
it's like a stress ball but squishier, much squishier and like so many textures. And like I wouldn't do it because it feels good. I feel like if I was a guy, I would just be doing it like just because I just like something to do while I'm watching it.
Let me give you an image that won't leave you forever.
Oh my god!
Have you ever heard ball fucking? Your face changed and it's great and that's the direction. It's exactly the direction you're
Wait,
thinking
you're
about.
putting the balls inside of you?
No,
And you
inside of someone and you're fucking it with your balls. I haven't done it. I don't like it.
I am so confused. Can you describe this in more detail,
I
please?
should just send you a link for a porn, but it might have viruses in Japan, but
Oh, please don't do that.
it's
I don't want it.
literally hanging balls. Some
Okay.
guys in porn they grab their balls like that and it's long enough and they squish it down. So there's like a little like a ball squished down and then they grab their balls and put it into someone's ass and like yeah fuck it with their crotch with their balls. It's ball bucking. But I never heard of, or met anyone who done it, but I seen it on porn, so I'm like it exists. Good.
Would that actually feel good though?
I don't think it's a pleasurable for the guy. I think it's more of a power move. It's a power move. It's like my balls. I can fuck you with my balls. And I'm like, yay, good for you for exploring your kink and like, yeah, but I won't be friends with you probably. But yeah, but yes.
You know what? I'm glad you said that because I feel like I've wondered this before.
Yeah, so like if someone is like
Oh, that
not
like,
confident about their balls, know that there's ball fuckers out there. They are so confident about their balls. They love their balls, so they fuck other people with it. So, yes. Balance.
that's very beautiful. But some people don't have balls long enough to do that. Some people have tiny balls.
Yeah, not
Is that
everyone.
a turn off or is that a good thing?
Depends. It
Or you
depends.
don't really care?
For me, balls and dicks are just dicks. I care about their performance and their passion. Size doesn't matter unless it's like and then you like zoom in and it's like
Okay, what about this size? What
well
about the
but
same size as my finger?
but I'm the one who's giving it, right? So it literally doesn't matter. Like
Oh, I see.
yeah. Usually like if I was a bottom and if I was getting fucked, I usually am okay with it because like if I get fucked by like a really big dick, I couldn't walk the next day. Literally, it's a horrible feeling. But if I get like an average dick, I could walk. It's just uncomfortable, and it's like it's bearable. But I had sex. But if I get fucked by like a mini dick or like this much dick, I would still be like something's in. And but he makes up for other things. At least the guy I hooked up with, like, he was really good at giving me a rim job, eating my pussy out, right, wet ass pussy, and he was good at like giving my like hickeys everywhere. I really enjoyed that when I was in college. So like I don't know. There's always the other thing to enjoy about like fucking. Usually, if I'm not the top, right, the one who's giving the dick, if I'm getting the dick, if I'm receiving, the intercourse is cute, and I guess I never orgasmed from like a butt fucking, right? Like
Yeah.
no one has ever hit my G spot, so I don't have like, oh, it's fine, but they always made up with like passionate making out or like nipple sucking or all that good stuff. So I was just like, yeah, this is nice. They made up for it on their parts. But if they can't, then I usually walk out. There was like one time I had a terrible sex, and I was just like, stop.
That's good. That's
No, he was like, no, I can do it. I was just like, look at me, stop.
oh my god.
Like, I don't want to be touched by that person anymore. You know what I mean? You know, you. I'm sure you had the moment you just want to tell them like, don't touch me, like.
Mm,
Because like usually I'm nice. I'm nice and charitable enough to be like, just lie down flat if I don't enjoy it. But then one time a guy turned me off so bad, and he literally like got 20 times uglier because of his behavior and like he was like his looks and everything. So I was just like, no, I don't
like,
deserve this.
bro, you were supposed to make up for your looks and you didn't. So, Abby.
Yeah, same.
I'm just saying though, I feel like a lot of people think that they're like way hotter than they actually are. Not, no, I'm thinking like really people who are living in a fantasy. Like,
Mm.
I'm not going to say specifically, but I have, for example, I have a family member who I honestly think they have abs, but they look like and they're a guy, but they look like they're pregnant with like triplets, like
It's
9 months pregnant, about to give birth, and they really didn't notice that they have like a stomach. They thought that they were like abs. And like I don't care as long as like I don't care about that, but I mean that person talks about other people and saying that they're like fat
mm,
and being like, wow, look at that fat person. Wow, look at
mm.
that fat person. I'm just like, excuse me?
I think that's just a delusion. It's a perfume you can buy on Amazon. It's called Delusion. But yeah, delusional.
I wouldn't want to buy that.
I don't want to buy that one, but there are a lot of people who buy that and enjoy using it. They wake up in the morning and spray some delusion on their face.
They spray it in their eyes. It's perfume in your eyes. Well, that was a good one.
Yeah, wow, I want to roll today. Wow.
Yeah, you are on a roll, not on a
Yes.
biscuit. I'm sorry.
No, we
Okay.
are on a roll and a biscuit. That's how it started. I feel like that's good. We started
Yeah,
with a
yeah.
roll, and now we're on a roll. Oh, yes.
Oh yeah, okay. So also, I saw this is just random, but
Mhm.
because we're talking about delusion and stuff, if anyone here, and probably not you, June,
Mhm.
not you, and if anyone here, meaning Kane or Obs, is into horror slash suspense, thriller, mystery, I have a really like I watched a movie recently and it was really good. I really liked it.
Ooh, what movie?
So on Netflix, I don't know about you,
Oh,
June.
I'm not. I just
I
want
get
to.
it.
Yeah.
Do you watch a lot of Netflix?
I am getting Netflix this week probably.
Oh yeah, okay. So you before you were watching like Hulu? No?
I was watching before. I'm
Pornhub.
watching nothing because I had no life. It's okay. Continue.
Okay.
Continue.
Well, I don't know that I recommend this lifestyle for you, but
Of course.
I really love watching movies, and I watch a lot of them.
Mm-hmm.
And sometimes maybe I think too much, you know.
No,
But hey,
fine.
I guess it's my hobby. I might as well.
Yeah.
Um, anyways, so I end up I want to try a lot of different movies. So I end up watching a lot of weird ass movies because I'm like, oh, this one could be interesting. Because once you start seeing all like the popular ones,
Mm-hmm.
and then the ones that you've heard about, you've already watched. So you have all these. You're like, what do I do? I want to keep watching a movie as some kind of movie. So
Mm-hmm.
then you turn to the more artsy fartsy ones
Mm-hmm.
or some ones you might not necessarily have clicked on at first,
Mm-hmm.
but I found a lot of really good ones that way,
Mm-hmm.
and a lot of ones that have scarred me in many ways.
Oh God.
But this one I really recommend that I saw recently is called, I think it's from 2016. It's called The Cure, no, A Cure for Wellness.
Oh God, it shows up on first thing.
A Cure for Wellness. That movie, don't look at the plot, don't spoil it for people, but, and I wouldn't look up pictures either because you're gonna spoil it for
Oh
yourself.
God.
Go on Netflix, type in A Cure for Wellness, and that was amazing. It was really good. Because the cinematography was also really good. It was very well done, putting the story together.
Mm-hmm.
Very, like, it was kind of a complicated idea, but they made it in a way that was easy to understand.
Mm.
And the acting was really good.
Mm.
And it was a very refreshing idea, I thought.
Ooh.
Anyways, sorry, I just went on a rant, but I
And
really recommend that movie.
I do want to say Anna has a good taste on movies. She's very picky with good movies, so if she recommends it, I'm sure it's a great movie. Hmm?
That's sweet.
Yeah.
Is that true?
Yeah, you have good taste in movies. You're the first one who told me to watch Get Out, and I watched it with my dad, and I loved it. It was a good movie. Like the suspense in the end when the driver was like grandma. I was like, ah! But yes. You
Did
have good.
your dad get it?
He got everything. Yeah. I was
Oh,
explaining
okay.
him because it had Korean subtitles, and we were like, oh God, that's so
I think
scary.
it really helps, like, us also. Why I asked that is because,
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you guys have been living in the US for a long time,
Mm-hmm.
but I feel like if you were to not have lived in the US, I
Oh
think
yeah.
it would be hard to understand.
Yeah.
And I was just wondering about your dad, like, because although, like, he's lived in the US and worked in the US for a long time,
Yeah.
I didn't know what, how much he's, like, into more of the Korean culture in the US or the US culture.
Mm-hmm. My
But,
my my dad is like pretty well in it, but he do have a big love
oh,
for Korea. So he's like, he let me. I think the easiest way to tell you is he want Korean food every day, but every like 2 weeks he does want to go to like Southern style buffet and eat Southern food. And
oh,
that's something he noticed in Korea too. He was in Korea, he was craving some like fried biscuits and all that stuff. Because we that's like our routine that we do sometimes. He
yeah.
and I would always go to soul food restaurants together.
Oh,
So he has become Americanized in a way, but certain like puns, like the modern culture, like he wouldn't know about Britney's shaving head.
that's
They-
okay. He
yeah.
doesn't need to know that.
Oh my god, that's like a nightmare if Britney shows up your house bald. It's you're like, oh god, and then the thunderstorm and like background dun dun dun. But yeah, he doesn't know. He knows a lot, but not much about pop culture reference. But like, it seems like the movie did a good job of explaining to even non-American experience because it did so well in Korea as well. The Get
Oh,
Out
really?
movie,
Wow.
which I
Oh,
also do want to talk about, like the country people, the racism,
yeah.
and then the country's perception. I'm sure it's similar in China and Japan, but recently with Korea, there was like a Korean student who did a blackface. cosplaying someone from Ghana, right? And then this famous Korean black African American celebrity in Korea. He's well known in Korea. He literally started his career in Korea, so his root is at Korea, but he's African, like Africa from Ghana at his heart. So he made a post about it. This is not good. It's offensive, and he tagged all the students, and he tagged K-pop T channel as well on the thing. And what Koreans were pissed about was like, well, it's okay if you just posted a picture and said it's wrong, but why do you
Yeah.
tag other tea places? But then they kind of attacked him for it, and I feel like he was justified in every way to say why he was offended by that because it is a blackface. But then Korean people being ignorant, does not knowing about like the history behind blackface, they were like, well, we're not American and we're not white people. White people are the people who did the blackface, and we are Korean people. So why are you correlating that to us? And I'm like, I get it, but like if a black person is telling you that's not okay, and then the majority of study abroad black people in Korea is telling you that's
Yeah.
not okay, you should listen to them. But then there are a shit ton of Korean who is siding with black people saying it's okay, but there are some stupid brain dead fucks. I just wanna like shove a biscuit up their throat and like I don't know, some
Like it.
like so ignorant. It makes me ashamed of being Korean sometimes. I'm like, why? Like they're so ignorant. They don't know about these things, and it's just like. And then he's getting canceled in Korea, by the way, which because like I. He was there like, well, you got famous in Korea, so why are you like blasting Korean as a racist race on Instagram? I'm like, I get it, but not really. I don't get it. Why are you canceling this person? But it's just fucked up.
I feel like I have to say though, because he he
Mm-hmm. He.
he is a celebrity,
Mm-hmm.
he really should have thought a little bit more before
Yeah.
what he did.
Mm-hmm.
And like I think it's sad though, because we're all humans.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, he is a celebrity, so he does have to be more careful, but
Mm-hmm.
I think it's really shitty that they'll cancel him over this like one thing. But I don't know the full story. But
Mm-hmm.
I don't think it was good that he tagged those
Like
people.
students, yeah.
I don't think that that was. I don't think that was necessary. I don't think that was necessary, and I think doing that, it's like attacking them, and like there is a high possibility that they, or there's just as much possibility, especially if it was a cosplay and like they were doing the exact look and they weren't trying to make them like ugly or something or whatever, that that they're just so ignorant and they just thought
Yeah.
they were just doing a cosplay without thinking about how it's bad. And he could have like, it would have been better, hindsight being 2020, that he would have said, um, I understand you are trying to do a cosplay, and I think that's really great. Um, you know, that you're trying to, that you really like this character representing, but this is why this is not okay, and like kind of educating
Yeah.
while being a little bit more like nice about it.
Yeah.
Because like I feel like, especially if especially for Korean people, like at this point, you would think, especially the younger people, should be a little bit more woke about these things.
Yeah.
But it's still possible. Like even in the US, there's a lot of dumbass people or people who just weren't exposed to other cultures or just were in kind of brought up in a home where they don't talk about those kind of things, kind of like sheltered.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I will never forget at my university. I was, you know, you just start conversations with random people in the U.S. and especially at university, we're both college students, and there's this African American girl or black girl. I don't know which one's better to say at this point because she wasn't.
African American. Like she wasn't American.
No, I mean no. She wasn't like maybe her descent like obviously a long time ago, because like I feel like if you're actually from Africa or your parents are from Africa, it makes sense to say African American.
Mhm.
But I feel like nowadays, I don't know. I don't know what to say.
I
Anyways,
think
I'll say
it's
African
it's
American
I think
because
it
it feels more politically correct.
I think it's okay. You can say a black person or African American person. I
Yeah,
personally choose African American person, and
yeah, because it just feels more polite.
polite. And then there's someone at our company who does call some like black person because they are very political about Black Lives Matter movement, and they're very passionate about it. So they were like, well, my black husband or my like black peers. So they're like very passionate about it, and that's how they talk about it. So if they want to address it that way, it sounds respectful. So I'm like, okay, but I'm more cautious about it, so I just go African American.
Yeah, I don't ever want to make someone feel like poopy. I don't know
Mhm.
why that would make you feel
Yeah,
poopy, but
yeah,
I
yeah.
don't know. Just if you are African American watching this, first of all,
Educate
everyone,
us, comment us, like let us know what's okay to say. That's like
yeah, please tell us like what
it.
um people prefer to hear. I know also in the Latin American community, there's also a lot of debate.
Hispanic versus
Should you
Latinos.
call them Hispanic, Latino, Latina, or Mexican or some Mexican obviously should only be if you're from Mexico, and which is really hard to judge unless they tell you
Yeah.
they're from Mexico. Please do not call them Mexican. But like Hispanic versus, there was a girl who got really upset with me in elementary school. I remember because I think I called her like Hispanic or something or Mexican or something, and she was like, "I'm Latina," which is totally fine. But I also never know like do I call what do you call I don't know. Anyways,
No, yeah, I think that's okay. It's like approaching Korean and Chinese, right? You don't
yeah,
know what they are. It's just like I guess it's easier because we all have different languages. But then if they all speak Spanish, you have to be like, hey, because I had this specific experience from a girl from El Salvador, which was like my college friend, and I was just like, oh, what do you identify yourself as Hispanic or like a Latina or a Latino? And she was like, well, I go by Hispanic. So I'm like, okay. So unless I guess the best tip is if you're not close with them and you're never gonna interact with them, just be like, hi, human name, person. And then if you get closer, by the way, what should I call you by? Like that's how I was at Riot too. Like
oh
when I
yeah,
was meeting like all these LGBT people, I didn't know their pronouns. Like they go by he, she, or they. So I was just like, oh, hello, Devin, or hello, Christina, blah blah blah. And I always
yeah,
call their name, and it's hard. I do want to say it is hard. I put that effort to be like name, and then when other person called them he, and when I heard other person heard them he, and I was like, by the way, just to be polite, do you prefer to be go? And they were like, blah blah blah. I'm like, yes.
yeah, for sure. I think asking is the best way. Honestly though, I don't even ask because I just don't see a point. But if I had to, like, if I was describing them to someone, and they for some reason needed to know their race, I guess at that point it would be good to know. Otherwise, I just kind of wait for people to tell me because I feel like it's also slightly it can be slightly annoying. I feel like when people have to know what race you are, like
It shouldn't matter.
especially yeah, like that's like it's like what I've gotten the question so much. What are you? Where are you from? Where are you from? And first of all, guys, I'm like white, very white, as you can see, whitey, white, white, white. But I know also a lot of people in Japan too, like um, people who are half, or someone I know who's beautiful who
Oh
may or may not watch
yes! Oh my
this.
gosh, that was good.
um, yeah, I feel like if I was her too, it would be kind of annoying every single time, like having to be put into a category. And even with me, I get it asked all the time. And then it's like, and then once they know, it's kind of like, oh,
It's like
or it's like, really? Or like, and I feel like once you're by the time you're in like your mid 20s and onward,
Mhm.
I don't forgive you anymore. If you're like in your teens or early 20s or something and you just haven't had many experiences,
Yeah.
I'm kind of like, I it's okay. We make this educational or we'll
But
work on
but
this.
but also know that it's not your
Yeah.
responsibility. If you don't feel like and you fucking hate that situation, be like,
Oh yeah. No, for
yeah.
sure. Like or yeah, I mean, I don't know. I
Mhm.
just if they're rude about it, I think it's different, but it's also like I think I think even for me, I've had a lot of situations when I was younger
Mhm.
where I've said some things that I don't think like I wouldn't say now. I've
True.
never like gone up to someone and been like, "You're Chinese" or something. You know what I mean? But I feel like I've had to have said. I don't remember, but I had to have said
At
something.
least you weren't like the two girls at a Walmart 2 weeks ago who followed me around and they were giggling. It was totally obvious. And then they were like, ni hao. And then they were like giggling and walked away. And I was just like, yeah, I don't think they were like intention was bad. And I don't think you ever
What?
done any of that sort. But like, there are people
No,
like
that's
that.
bullying.
So like, there are people out there and like some and I do know like you being in a foreign country and you get asked a lot about like who you are and you did mention before and I'm sure I can sympathize with you like it's exhausting, isn't it? Like people are like, ooh,
It's like, why do you need to know?
yeah,
Why does it matter?
unless you're buying a gift for me, but then like what is I guess race I guess called I guess I think the good example is just be Rachel about it. Rachel knows a perfect way to ask perfect question to know about like someone's race or sexual orientation. She approached it beautifully. So if you're not her, we're all fucked. So sorry everyone.
Yeah, we're all fucked, and we have no.
So
But
it's
I just say there's no reason.
Mhm.
There's no reason to know to need to know, unless unless you're going to that person's. I don't know. Unless you're meeting that person's grandparent. Like, let's say you're dating them, and like maybe they're. I don't know. Why do you need to know?
It's like
Why do
a
you?
moral gray area. Like I think it depends on a person, and like I'm sure it's also different fact if you're dating, right? Dating someone, race and country and culture, that's also different.
I feel
But
like you
you,
would know by then, though.
yeah,
You
but
know.
usually people you don't value, I just like if they ask the question, "Oh, where are you from?" "Oh my God, are you Chinese, Korean, and Japanese?" And I'm like, "Well," and I just stare at them. Did you
Or
ask
you
that
can do
question?
like what I do, and I'm just like, oh, I'm from blah 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 city.
Or like, did you ever heard someone Japanese person telling you, "Oh, your English is or your Japanese is so good"? No,
This is an everyday thing.
no. I hear that
Oh
a
my
lot.
god! Good job! Oh, look at you! Oh, you said hello! Oh, good job! I'll give you a little candy.
Oh God.
Sorry, I'm bitter.
No, but that's just literally what I experience too here when I go to like the country buffet I told you where I go with my dad. Waitress, they're always like, "Your English
What?
pronunciation is so good." So like it depends. I think it just exists everywhere, right? Japan, America, Korea, wherever in the world. And it's not their fault, but it's your job to be like you have every right to be like, do I educate this person or do I just be like, but then
Yeah, that's true.
this person is giving me refills on sweet tea, so I have to be like, oh, thank you, yes, I would like a sweet tea with extra lemon, please, yes, yes, yes.
Oh, no, that bitch. Oh yeah, you could be like, yeah, I just got here. I got here yesterday. Actually, I was born yesterday. and I just grew really fast. And yeah, and look at me now. I can already speak English. Hey, what are
I
you doing with your life?
I think yeah, there are people who pushes you. Like usually, like I don't want to hurt other people's feeling. If they're like mildly like rude, but not intentional, I'm usually okay. But if they're like really rude at me, then I'm like, let me just. What are you doing with your life that's important, huh? Yes. Or if I go to a cashier or something, they're like, yeah, my life sucks. I want to be in New York and like blah blah blah. I didn't get graduated from high school. And I'm like, oh, actually, could I get a straw with my drink? And he was like, why? I'm like, so you can suck it up, bitch. Like, so
Oh,
like I don't know. It's just up to
there.
you. But yes,
But that was a good joke.
but
That was a
yes,
good one.
that's another good one. Suck it up. Yes,
You can suck it up.
it's yeah. I had someone from
Would
like
you, no, it would be more like, do you need a straw so you can suck it up?
yes.
I
I
think you need a straw so you can suck it up.
I like there's this like teenage girls at like a gym I go to. They measure your temperature when you enter, and then they're like, "Oh my god, I really don't like working here. Oh my god," and I'm like, "Why are you telling me this?" Like,
Yeah, that's so weird.
and it's the same gym we went to together.
Wait, the one where we tried to sneak in
Yes,
and the
yes,
guy followed me to the parking lot?
yes.
That
But
one?
now Rachel has a key, so we can all check you in with no worry legally.
Well, my hair is different, so maybe they don't
No,
remember me.
and that guy's not working there anymore.
Oh,
So,
good. I hate him. He did his job. Why did he do his job?
but yeah. So the story
Gosh,
was
darn
like
it.
story was I sneaked Rachel into this gym I go to work
Yeah.
out together, and it worked beautifully. So when Anna came last year, I was like, it worked before. Let Anna go with my key, pretending it's hers, and she checked in, and I'll go after her, and I'll be like, oh, I don't have my key, I lost it somewhere. And then Anna goes in, checks her key, and then she's about to go in. And the guy was like, excuse me, ma'am." And then before he said excuse me, I went to the other lady and I was like, "Oh yeah, I don't have my key. Can I just go in?" And she was like, "Oh yeah, it's fine." And then I was about to go in, but I see Anna like red flag, and I was
Oh
like,
my God. And the guy is like, excuse me, wait,
"Yes,
um, is this your picture?
hmm
No, no, no. He was
your
like, when's your,
birthday."
and I was like, yeah. And he's like, are you June or whatever? I'm like, yeah. And then he's like, what's your birthday? And I was like, this is already over. First of all, because June's face is on the card. So I was like, I don't know.
Yeah.
I was just like, I don't know. And he's like, yeah. And then like he's like, this isn't you, is it? And like because you had just told him that you dropped it and like it made it look like I'd stole
Yeah.
his keys and everything. Cause like yeah, the picture will show up on their like
Oh, the
thing, I think,
scan.
or
Yeah,
like
when you
on the
scan the
MT or
key.
whatever.
Hmm.
So yeah, and what happened? And then I was like, okay, and so I just started leaving, right? And then they gave you your thing back. He's like, here you go, it's yours. No,
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 guy
I
chased
had.
you. Yeah, you had the key.
Oh yeah, so I left and I was going just like I just left right away and I took the keys and everything. I was starting to go to his car and the guy like ran after me. And he's like, "What are you doing? That's not yours."
Give this poor Asian man his key back. And I was like,
Really, June had given me it, but I was just like, "Oh, yeah." And then like he like took them from me. He took the keys and he like gave it to you. Like you were still kind of at the building, and then you just secretly walked to the car and we just drove away.
we went to a gym 40 minutes away and we had a good time. Yes.
Yeah, it was good. And then there was like that crazy guy at the gym. He's
Oh,
like this, I would say,
singing.
oh yeah, that guy. There was a guy that was singing who was probably in his like early 30s, late 20s,
Mhm.
and then there was a guy in his early 60s who was there, who was like kind of like boxing, doing some boxing things.
Oh, yeah.
But he was just so like crazy, and he was like, and then he would be like, there was like this obese like woman there who was just trying to work out. Like
Hmm.
it was kind of dark in that room, so I
Yeah.
think she felt safer. You know, maybe she was
It
very
was, yeah,
kind of
conscious.
embarrassed, you know, and a little bit worried. So she was trying to just do at her pace
Mm.
in that room. And I liked that the room was dark too, because
Yeah.
I also don't like people like looking at me when I work out. And she was over there just doing her thing. And this old guy, he like goes up to her and is like asking about her like weight and being like, "Wow, it's good that you're trying to lose weight." And then he was like giving her advice, like unwarranted advice. I'm like, "Fucking you, fucking little." And she was trying to be kind of nice. She's like, "Oh, okay." And he just kept talking, and he
Yep.
was like talking about how she was working out wrong and all this stuff. And I like turned and I'm like, no, like I think what you're doing is great, and like you do you, and like don't listen to him. He's
Yeah.
I didn't say he's a crazy old man, but I wanted to.
Some people. Oh, he must have been using that Amazon perfume, Delusion. Yes.
Yeah, he's using that delusion and maybe some crack.
Yes. That's so rude. Like, I think it should be a given rule at a gym. You don't approach and talk to people unless they're welcoming and like. There's certain ways. I don't know. Like usually at my gym,
Yeah,
I'm like, don't talk to me. But if someone's like nice, like, excuse me, blah blah blah, can I use this equipment? Yeah, sure. But if someone who's like, you're not doing it right, or like someone who just like when I'm working, who just literally gets in front of me and be like, yeah, I've been waiting for this for like 20 minutes, and you haven't been like doing it quick enough, so I'm just gonna use it anyway. And I'm like, okay, so there's usually people at a gym. That's why I want to own my house so I can create my own gym and we can like kiki together and be like, oh, I'll go over to your house and we'll go to our gym together, and yeah. Or like if we go to some prestige gym and if there's like a hot youngins or that we are scouting for when we're single, we're like, yes. If they're good and like good people, we can be like, yes. We'll create a plan. Okay, Anna, when I'm working on a running machine, put the speed to 300 so I fall down and trip and lie on this guy's lap. Yes. Anyway.
I feel like we also need to have a liability waiver so that so that if they happen to die in your house using your equipment, we won't be liable for it.
That's true.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's a dream. My own gym so I can literally work out whenever I want.
Okay, but we better actually work out because
Oh,
I met
you
this
bet.
guy and like he's pretty ballin' and he's like he has a gym in his house. Like
Ooh.
he has his like equipment in his house. And
Nice.
he's like he showed me a picture too. Like he has like the bench press and like probably like a what
Hmm.
is it? The treadmill or whatever.
Hmm.
And he's like telling me about how he works out and I'm like looking at him. I'm like, really? Do you? Do you really? Do you work out? Like once every
Blue
two
moon?
weeks?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Question.
If we're actually using it.
Yeah. I feel like it's better on the wrong one because like I pay $20 a month with $70 every 6 months. It's like 20 times 12 is 240 times for 360 a year. I feel like with $2,000 you can make your own gym at home. Two
That is so true though, because I pay for my gym, I pay almost $100 every month.
$100?
And that's cheap.
That is something in Korea too. I just wanted to use it for the time I was in Busan, right? Because I want to look fit and get like fuck everyone at Busan in Korea. So yeah, honesty.
Yeah.
But I wanted to be on shape, and then oh, let me just do 1 day gym. Because even when Anna and I went to the other gym when we got kicked out from my old gym, it was even like $20 or $10 to use 1 day. But like at my gym in Busan, it's literally shitty. It's like Busan, Seongdo. It's literally like the Newnan, like Kentucky hillbilly. No one lives there, kind of like port city. And then it was $80 a month. Like that's like in America, there's a new gym called some black luxury fitness. It's all blacked out and golden theme. That's like 120 a month or 200 a month. So
That's like relatively cheap.
which is it seems like it's like a regular price in Japan. Yikes! Oh my
Yeah,
goodness.
that's like pretty normal.
Let's
Yeah.
buy That's- what? Okay, let's talk about if you want your home gym. What equipments you must have?
Also, Casey K said, "Dang, that must be a luxury gym."
Yeah.
I don't know if he's talking about what I said or what you said,
Oh,
but yeah.
Casey K, nice to meet you.
Yes,
Welcome.
Noah, please keep coming back. Join
Yes.
us. Join us.
Yes. Aubrey said, "Oh, that's creepy. Probably the guy at the gym." And then Kane says, "Yes, if I have a headphone, don't talk to me." Yes. And then Casey Kane,
Yes.
it is a regular standard in Asia. It's $80 to 100 and something dollars a month. That's a cheap gym. In Gangnam, where my uncle lived, I
Oh
didn't
God.
even attempt. I was just like,
Oh God. That's like got to be in the 200 range, right?
I literally bought weights for like $40 at some store, which was so nice. In Asia, there was marts everywhere, so close by. If I want something, I just can walk to a mart and buy a mart. But I literally bought dumbbells and I literally used that for the entire trip. I improvised. I was like, what can I do? And so, if you were to have your own gym in Japan one day, what would you? Let's just in a perfect scenario, you have home everything.
Okay.
You can have every installation you want. Whatever,
Okay.
everything's done. What kind of
Yeah.
equipment would you have?
Okay. Well, this is when I'm super ballin'. First of all, even if I was ballin', I don't think I would. If I was a celebrity, I think I would have my own gym, possibly. But otherwise, it's kind of annoying to have it in my house. But I would definitely want a sandbag and
Yeah.
like I would want a cushioned floor because
Ooh.
having a cushioned floor really makes a difference.
Yeah.
I would also need a soundproof room because like and I would have to have my own house obviously. If you're having the sandbag, that's
Yeah.
going to be like so loud
Mhm.
for the people above you too. You need a strong um ceiling to hold it and well, that's definitely, I would definitely want that. Yeah, I mean, I guess it would be nice to have like a bench press, but I wouldn't do it alone because it's dangerous.
Yeah.
Something I can do squats, some kind of like pull up machine, which usually is attached to that machine.
Yeah, there's like a one machine that has everything that you can do bench press and
Yeah,
there's thing and there's also a thing you can attach to it to pull. So it's like whole setup. Cause I wanted to get one. It's usually like $1,200, so that's like not too bad if you just want those. And then usually that one also comes with this metal thing you can attach sandbag to as well. There's like a big premium set.
okay.
Yeah, at least the one in my gym. I want to get the exact same model. It has like the bench press thing, and then the pulling thing on the side, and then the dumbbell thing, and then
Yeah,
to press it. And then sandbags are usually $60 and $80 here, so it's relatively like good price.
yeah. But I don't know, like in reality, I don't think I would want a gym in my house. Unless maybe if it was like the basement or something, like have like a garage and then like a separate basement where it's only workout stuff. But I feel like it's better to go to a gym because there's so much more
Yeah,
equipment. And like I guess during Corona it's not the best, but
in the future.
yeah, I think I would just prefer paying monthly.
What about like if we move into a neighborhood together somewhere and if they have like like my apartment, they have a gym, but like it's way nicer and more variety. We could be like, oh, do you want to go to the gym? And we could be like, let's walk there, and we walk, chat, and go in. Oh shit, Samantha's here. We don't like Samantha. Do you want to wait? And we're like, no, we deal with Samantha, and we go in and be like, hi Samantha, and work out anyway.
There was an asshole who knew my name but pretended like he didn't. And cuz I think like he was kind of friends with my sister. I don't really think so, but he just like came up to my table one time and was like, "Oh, hey." Uh and then he said like some random name or something. He's like, "Oh yeah, wait. What's your name again?" And like pretending like he didn't know my name. And I'm like, "My name's Samantha." And he knew my name, so he knew I was lying. So he looked at me like and just like walked away. I'm
Good
like, "That's right."
job. Yeah.
My name is Samantha. Okay. It's not
Samantha.
Samantha,
Yes. Good job. Yeah.
but I told him it was because he's such an asshole.
It's weird, creepy. Oh, I
You
hate
know
when.
what I think we need? I think we need like a genie or some kind of like boss bitch so that in those moments where we need a good comeback but we can't think of one, this person will come to us and they'll whisper the best comeback in our ear and they'll be like, say it,
Yeah.
say it,
And we
and then
become
we get a really
famous.
good comeback. Because you know, there's so many times where like later you remember a situation
Yeah.
and you're like, damn it, I wish I had said something better. Gosh darn it.
I guess it's also like the rainbow situation. So, like, I know we have a lot of those moments, but once in a lifetime or every like red moon or blood moon, you do come back with it. And when you do, it makes it so worth it because all the failures you missed out before it.
Oh, I see. Do you
Still haven't
have
happened yet.
okay. But that's what you imagine. I
Yes.
wonder, have I ever, I don't know.
Well,
I
well,
don't
I
think
have.
I've
You always have a good comeback. Like when we did a hung out last year together, New Year's, you would look at me and I would make some sassy, cool comeback remarks, and you would laugh about it at your own thing, and I thought that was funny and cool.
I mean, but those are like that's like between us. So I think the difference is we're not trying to hurt anyone, but actually trying to hurt someone. Like after you say it, it doesn't actually feel that good.
Yeah.
Like it kind of does for like a split second, but in the end, then you start wondering, well, should I have been the better person at that moment? So it's like, I don't know.
Well, I
Has anyone
guess.
here had said a really good comeback to someone? And tell us the example so I can read it and be like, this person is awesome.
Well, I haven't done comebacks in person, but I've done a lot on like online dating apps.
Oh, that's true, Casey. Casey said you gotta soundproof the gym room so you can blast your music. That is so
Yes.
true.
Yes. We'll blast wet as pussy while working out.
What kind of music do you like listening to when you work out, June?
I said it earlier, driving for
Like,
dick. Yes.
okay, yeah, driving for dick. Okay, like that one. So basically, you like anything that's kind of like confident.
Confident, upbeat, bad bitch song. I listen to hip hop sometimes. I had a
Yeah.
I had a day when I just listened to hip hops. I literally listened to Cardi B, some male hip hop singers. That's like, ooh yeah, the society's against me, but I'm gonna make it. So I was like, yeah, oh, this fucking thing. I don't want to do it, but I gotta make muscles because yeah, well. So there's that, and then sometimes I would just listen to K-pop, and sometimes I would just listen to like anime song, like hype anime song, but I never, ever listen to classic musics when I'm working out. Horrible.
I think that's more like the serial killer. You know what I'm saying? They listen
Mm,
to the classical music while they stab people. So maybe
yeah.
they do the same thing while they're working out and they have like a straight face.
It's like no,
And
no,
then
no, 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 no. No.
and they're like punching.
What about you? What's your go-to workout song at the moment?
Oh, okay. Let me look at my playlist.
Yes.
Okay.
What about you guys? You guys also participate. Let us know. What's your go-to workout song at the moment? Yes.
Yes, please tell us. I like to know recommendations. So, I think I mentioned to you I've been listening to more female rappers recently. And actually, I knew about Young Ma for a long time. I've been listening to her for a long time, but recently I got back into her music.
Yeah.
She has a lot of really cool music. Um, she's not like so gender conforming, and I really like that.
Mm-hmm.
She is who she is, and she's like a badass. And also constantly talks about how she's a blood. Um, like Bloods and the
Like the
Crips.
gang? Yes.
Yeah. So, anyways, I have nothing to say about that, but she's really cool. I really recommend her song Bad Bitch Anthem.
I heard that song before.
Bad Bitch Anthem. Because it was like, she's not a bitch, she's a queen. Talking about the girl, she's like, she's not a bitch, she's a queen. And if you say a bitch, say she that bitch. And if you say a bitch, say a bad bitch. And I was like, damn, I really like that. Like her lyrics are so good.
Yeah, I listened to this song before. Yeah, I didn't know it was by her.
Yeah, there's a lot of really good artists I've been listening to recently.
That's good.
Let's see. Oh
Good
my
music
gosh,
is
katakana, why?
You say
Uh,
Pocahontas, why?
Megan, is her name Megan G? I don't know if the pronunciation is wrong. Oh yeah, Stallion, Megan Stallion. I'm sorry, but the
Megan G.
katakana is like Megan. Is
Yes.
her name Megan?
Megan. Megan D.
Yeah, it's spelled Megan, so it's very confusing.
Well,
Anyways, the last
she
name
does
is
have like a lot of E's in her name for some reason. I don't know why.
because like some of my songs are in Japanese because I'm using the Japanese music, like the YouTube located in Japan, so it changes sometimes. Yeah, her song Savage. I do like a lot of her songs.
Some good songs.
Some songs of Missy Elliott, some of her new songs like Throw It Back.
Yes.
Again, Cash Doll. This is the katakana, so I don't know if that's real. Cash Doll. Her song Wake Up. That song is so good because she's like, are you up? Because I wake up really early and I am working really hard. And you're broke because you're still in your pajamas and you're not doing shit. I'm in the Bahamas because or wherever she said. Like I'm at the beach because I worked really hard. I thought that was awesome.
Wait, what song is that called? Wake Up by.
I think Cash Doll.
That's very.
It says Cashidoru. So Cash Doll.
It's very motivating. Like, yeah, wake up.
Yeah, I totally recommend that. Wake Up by Cash Doll. If you can't find it, I can send it later.
That's like an
Oh my
alarm.
god, there's so many good songs on here.
Mhm.
And a Japanese song I was listening to recently, I like Dai Daijobu. It's in Romaji, so Daijoubu by Dutch Montana.
Ooh. Die. Jobu. Janai. This.
There's a lot of Korean songs too I've been listening to and other Japanese songs.
Songs important. They sing.
Guys, let us know what songs you've been into recently. I definitely prefer the confident songs, especially because I do kickboxing. So I prefer songs that make me a little bit angry or kind of bring my motivation out. Not into pop. Not into
Bring
pop.
back Yellow. Oldie but a goodie. Yes.
What? Oh yeah.
Say little bitch if you fuck with me. If
Oh
you
yeah,
want
so
to.
good. It's so good. And her song Press too. I
Press,
listened to
press,
it again
press,
recently and I added it to my list because it's like a really hard song. You know what I'm saying? That song she was talking about Nicki, right?
I don't know. I'm assuming. Aubrey said Dynamite, but it's very poppy, but it's a great song. Yes.
Oh. Is it a
by-
recent one?
Yes, it's one of my favorite songs. It's very cute. It's a disco song. Dynamite.
It's who?
Oh, it's by I don't know if you heard of it, BTS.
Oh my lord.
It's such a good
I'll check
song.
it out.
It kind of remind me of the Baby Shark a little bit in certain part because it goes na 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 and it's like Baby Shark do 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 do.
Do you remember when we were on the mountain and I think me and Rachel were singing Baby Shark and we forgot the next
Oh
lyric?
God,
So
we
the
did
dad
climb that mountain together.
holding his like 2-year-old child was walking past us and he said the rest of the lyrics for us and he was like this and we're like leave it to a dad. You know the lyrics. Thank you.
That I keep forgetting we climbed that mountain. Like, it's such a sweaty, ugly moment because I hate climbing. But I'm glad I got to do it with you. And it was nice chilling at the end of the top together. I'm like, yeah, I'm sweaty AF. I'm dying. But yes, we did it.
Yeah, it was kind of cold though at the top.
It's like a
Very,
nipple getting cold.
yeah, your nips be showing. Okay, what is BTS Baby You? Baby You? Is that a song name?
See, I should know this.
Baby You? Or is she just saying something that I don't?
Let's see. No, I think it's just like cute.
Baby You, Baby You, Baby You.
Baby? There's a song called Baby by BTS?
Oh, oh, okay. She said baby. Yeah, it's just.
No, I think there's no song called Baby by BTS. I think it's just
Oh,
like,
BTS Baby. Oh yeah, BTS Baby. Ah, like that.
I think so. Oh, BTS baby, boy, boy, boy.
Boy. How is everyone doing? Are you still here, Kane? Are you here, Casey?
I think it's you, me, and over.
Yeah. It does say there's only 3 people.
But
So
there could be 100 people in the room, and only one can believe in you, and that's all that matters.
that's true. Mostly, as long as they're very supportive. Because if there's one person who believes in you and they're quiet,
So if we were to go to the Emmys and if Anna win an award and no one's clapping, I would be like, ah! Like, I don't know, pulling out the dynamite from my like chest and like throwing it at people and explosion. Like, hell yeah! Woo! Scream more! Like a Joker, but yes.
it was this is kind of
Oh,
interesting. What?
Casey is a third person. I guess I don't count.
Casey!
Casey, a new person.
The best person joining us. Everyone who's here is the best person, other than us. No, we are
What about
we are
Kane?
trash.
Kane is
We are trash, and everyone watching is the best person.
You know what they say? In I try to do a British accent. I can't. But yes.
Yeah, oh yeah, that's what it is. Haruma Miura, the Japanese actor, he committed suicide.
Wow, what a good
Why?
happy news.
I know. But I wanted to talk about this because one part of this whole thing, and it's still being investigated, I think, but
Oh no.
there was another actor, a Japanese actor. I think actor. No, he wasn't an actor. He was just like a really rich dude. He's like a celebrity. He goes on a lot of TV shows and makes appearances, and a lot of people really liked him. This is a different guy. So this guy, and he was married to this really beautiful woman, and like everyone liked him. He's a very famous celebrity, and it came out that this guy had been having relations with many other women. Like he was fucking a lot of women and dating a lot of women over like a period of like 6 years or something. I don't know.
Was it
It was
even
like
to be like a really good homesy, like lovely, like Christiany, like faithful?
not necessarily, but I mean it was like the whole it's like Tiger Woods kind of thing. Like he had the beautiful wife, he had the money, he had what you would imagine as like a great like family, and like he was on commercials for like family friendly things, so after it was found out, obviously he was canceled, if we're using cancel as a term here now. Yeah, he was canceled in Japan, and this guy who committed suicide in July, Miura, he made a statement, because I think that he's friends with that guy or something, and I might be getting the details wrong, so I'm sorry if I am, but he said everyone makes mistakes. Like basically saying like that was what he felt about it. And I think society wanted Miura, who was a famous actor, a young famous actor, they wanted him to say that that guy was a horrible person and really like put him down and agree with everyone else and cancel him. But Miura was just like, I think everyone makes mistakes.
Mm-hmm.
And I think he got a lot of hate for that.
Mm.
And I don't know, I think that was like 8 or 9 months before his suicide. So I don't know how much of a relation it has to his suicide.
Mm.
But he was so young and a very good actor, very attractive, had a lot of money, but he committed suicide.
Mm.
And it's kind of like people are questioning why. Possibly it was related to that, or I don't know. Like, I feel like celebrities really have, there's a lot of things that go on that we don't see. And I don't think everyone can handle being in the
Famous.
spotlight.
Yeah. Which is true. I mean, Britney shaved her head. Like, I'm sure a lot of things happen,
Well,
and
Brittany solves her problems with pain medication and whatever else she does.
she just needs some milk. But you know that joke? He needs some milk. But
Oh,
oh, you don't know that joke? He needs some
I
milk?
do. I've heard it. It was like an old thing, right?
Yeah, it's basically a guy running on the parking lot. He fall down and he like falls down, and this lady in the parking lot says, "Oh, he needs some milk."
It's funny when you say it.
Yeah, so it's just like it is definitely not for everyone. There's a lot of suicide in that people industry. Of course, there's bullying, there's favoritism, and there's corruption. And people's minds are easily swayed. News outlet, online articles, it is government's plot sometimes. They do it to outshine certain things that government has done. Like for example, when a lot of K-pop scandal comes out, government like sometimes they were found in a affair or they were found gambling, but then they make issues of K-pop artists comes more vigor to cover other issues. So I do feel like
Yeah,
there is definitely a lot of cover-ups in Hollywood, Korea, and Japan as
yeah,
well. So it's just horrible to be a celebrity in the first place. It is not easy. And Aubrey did say like my mom loves him and she's really sad. My mom was
yeah,
doing some research and that Harem had a really tough family life too, and that might have been why he's been lonely. And then
yeah,
Casey said, I feel like many celebrity probably live lonely lives thinking they're surrounded by fake relationship. Probably true. People want a
yeah,
lot out from you and it's just a sad, lonely life. And I'm sure there's some lot of happy celebrities and I'm sure it took them a lot. But you know, the moral of the lesson is I don't know. Life sucks and you die. Huh. Sorry.
I don't know. I think we're in dark places in our lives, but um, I don't want to get too dark with like personal things or whatever. But um, I think everyone should be able to choose. I mean, it's your body. You can choose what you want to do. But I would hope that you can just talk to someone before making any of these decisions. But I mean, yeah, it's also like I think it depends on like what Casey was saying. I think a lot of celebrities feel like everyone around them is fake, which yeah, I mean, really a lot of their relationships could be built on the fact that they can get somewhere. Like everyone's basically using each other in some way, shape, or form, which could be said about the average person as well, honestly. Um, like a lot of times people's relationships are because their other person is useful, so to speak, in reality, I think. But I think it would be hard if you have money too, and then you don't know if people are trying to use you for connections or for your money, or do they actually care about you? Like, if you weren't a celebrity, would they actually care about you? If you were in the lowest of the low point in your life, would they be there for you? And maybe like what Aubrey is saying, maybe because maybe he didn't have support from
Mm.
his family. Maybe that's what he had really wanted.
Yeah.
And like because your family is something you can't really choose necessarily, and
Yeah.
you would hope that they would love you unconditionally and they would be there for you. And if you don't feel that, it can really mess with you. Like I know people who one or both of their parents like really wasn't there for them, and that really fucked them up the rest of their life, as in like they are always missing that piece. And like it's very important, I think, especially I would say, um and I can't speak for guys, but for women, for daughters, to have a loving mom there for them, I think is like so. I mean, obviously you need a dad too, hopefully, but I feel like it is very important
Mm.
to have someone who's supporting you, like your mom, because it's almost like a role model in a way. I don't know. Maybe that's like old thinking. I don't
No,
know.
no, no, no. I don't think that's a old thinking. But I will agree that you need a good support system, even if it doesn't have to be family. Because I know a lot of people, they don't choose their family, like gay people
Yeah,
or homeless people, people who were abandoned as a child. You have to have a good support system. Like when I broke up with like my first boyfriend, and I know that's like a very hard, like first world problem. There are people out there dying out there, Kim. I know, but like it's important to have a support
and that
system
wasn't
of
funny, by the way. It's just the situation that he brought it up was like
yeah, like
very kind of unrelated. So I'm not. I don't think it's funny that people are dying. Just
yes. But
anyway.
I am reading a book about creating a best relationship. I got this book just to like talk to people and befriend everyone at like my company. But basically, literally, people could be dying out of famine in China, but if you have a toothache, that's all you care about, your toothache. Everyone is selfish and interested about themselves. Of course, we feel guilty about other people dying there, but ultimately, people want to talk about themselves and their lives and how it revolves around them. But
Yeah,
going
true.
going back to the thing, it's important to have like a good support system, like you and I. We if there's something happened, I would literally call her if she messaged me like June dot 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 with crying emoji and something. But I know it wouldn't be her because she wouldn't be using emojis as often that I know of. But anyway, joking on the side. But like, if you say something serious, I'll be like, okay, talk, and we'll be there for each other. And it's very important for people to have that. And Aubrey and I have it. You and I have it. Aubrey and you have it. And so I highly recommend, like, it's good to have support systems. So even if you're like a celebrity, get some good friends. If you're watching, I don't think none of the celebrities are watching it, but like a lot of celebrities who passed away, like Jonghyun, K-pop artist who did suicides, or like the famous Japanese actor. It feels like if you were friends with them, you would have been like,
Yeah. I wish. I mean, obviously, their suicide is not doesn't have anything to do with me necessarily. I mean, maybe it does if you think about it in many intricate ways. But I mean, I wish I could have been there for those people, and you know, I would have I would have listened to them. It makes me feel sad that they felt like they didn't have anyone to listen to them. Maybe, I can't really say anything. Maybe they really wanted to die, and to be honest, like that's their decision. I'm not gonna be like, I mean, I wouldn't want them to die, but it's like I don't think it makes you a I don't think it
horrible
makes you a
person.
horrible person to
Yeah.
kill yourself. I don't. I used to kind of take on opinions from people around me about that, which was if you kill yourself, it's really selfish.
Oh,
I do kind of agree if you have kids or like you're the breadwinner in the family. I do think that I don't want to call them selfish, especially because if it's like clinical depression or something too, it's not something you can necessarily help. Um, but in general, I wouldn't say people who commit suicide are selfish. I do think the people who are obviously you die, so that's you're the most affected. But I mean, the people around you who really loved and cared about you,
yeah. I the
they will have a
the
hard
hard
time.
the hardest part is living on.
Yeah, the people who are left or behind, right? And maybe those people were shitty. I don't know the situation. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But yeah,
There's a lot of thing in life to look forward to, at least for me. I want to go to Japan. I want to go to China. I want to fuck every Korean guy in the world I can. I want a happy marriage, right? So none of my friends can die unless you see me walk off the aisle. Then it's free lottery out there. Do whatever you want. But I am committing you to like don't pass away until I get married and I see you walking.
Oh my god, after you get married, you're like, all right, you can kill yourself now.
No, but then I'll create a new excuse. Then I'll be like, wow. But then like, I don't know. But I feel like I would be a good enough friend to be like, reach out and be like, hey, want to talk about happy stuff? And then one day, like midnight, we're sleepover. I'm like, let's talk about sad stuff.
Yeah.
And then we'll be like, oh, life sucks. And then our kids would come and be like, Mom, there's kids dying in Africa or China. And we'll be like, shut up. You don't know shit. You're 2-year-olds. Who made you? And then they're like, you. And I'm like, shit.
Yeah, that's right. Darn it.
I do want a sassy baby so they can come back at me and be like, wow.
You can have a sassy baby, but they can't be sassy with you.
I don't know. I would be like you. If baby made a sassy remarks you do sometimes, I would be okay.
It depends. Yeah, if it's like kind of like cute playing around, but there's a line that they can cross that they can't cross. And I'll be like, I really do like how my mom, no one's perfect, but one thing I liked about how she raised me was, I mean, especially right now, we're like friends in many ways, but she's my mom. Like, I don't, like, we have a really good relationship, but I don't think of her as like on the same level necessarily. Like, we are like friends in many ways, but she's very much my mom, and I really respect her as my mom.
Have you seen Gilmore Girls?
No.
Okay, so the main
Never
character, Lorelai, and her mom are like best friends. They literally talk about boys and like, because her mom had her when she was little. I do want that kind of a relationship initially, but the show evolved and it shows one time where the mom had to be a mom and be like, her daughter was complaining to her about teenager thing, and her daughter expected her mom to like react like a teenager best friends stuff and be like, oh, that's so stupid, oh my god. But her mom was like, no, what you're doing is wrong. Why are you leading these guys on, like two different guys? So like, and then they had like a cutoff. Like there was a cold air for like 2 weeks, and then they were like, I can't do this anymore, mom. And then they were like, I can't do this either, and become best friends again. And that's kind of a relationship I want. I do want to be like best friends, but certain times when I'm like, no, that's not right, and then it gets awkward, and I look at my kid and be like, hey, and then they're like, hey, like, do you miss me? And I'm like, I miss you, and be like, okay, want to make up and like bake cookies together or some shit, and they're like, yeah, okay, let's watch Netflix together. And I'm like all pampered up with like face mask watching Netflix, and like, I'm sorry what I said to you last week.
I'll be like, Jimmy, get the cucumbers. All right? Mama just got her nails done. Okay?
Yeah, but
little Jimmy painted my nails. Big Jimmy, you need to go put the cucumbers.
Yeah, I could totally see you as like the mom your mom was, but like mom point 2.0 new and improved. And I'm excited to see that journey and be like, wow, look at you.
Yeah, that's gonna be at least 2 years from now, at the minimum. I mean, at the maximum.
So you're gonna have a kid in maximum
The
2
soonest
years?
I would
You're
ever
gonna
have
have a kid in maximum 2 years?
No, but wait, the soonest.
No, you corrected yourself the second time, so you can't correct it again.
Well, the minimum also sounds the same. It sounds like I'm like, I gotta have kids before 2 years, but at the earliest in 2 years. Earliest.
Oh, yes.
But that's why also when I search for a company, I do need to be kind of cognizant about how their culture is with women and maternity leave.
Yeah. Wouldn't work out right. We have a great maternity.
Okay, that's great. Maybe I will, June. I'm not even.
Yeah, I'll be down.
What if I would?
I want
That's
you to
possible.
come. Yeah. Hey, we
I
have
mean,
position everywhere. I need to get in there first, and I'll put the wards in, and I'll be like, yes.
yeah.
We'll integrate and we'll live the fancy apartment lifestyle. Did you see that video? Like the couples in like LA are living in houses together, like two husband and wife upstairs, two husband and wife downstairs. They meet once in a while because for a full house in LA, it's like $5,000 or $6,000 a month. I'll be okay if we like marry someone if we're like together. Okay, we can do couple dates one day, but like I don't know. We'll see. Hopefully it happens. But yes, LA.
Maybe that's a possibility. It's a possibility.
Yeah, by the time I probably would have got like a lot of things done.
But no, but seriously though, like because I mean, Riot isn't just about animators. There's a lot of other positions. Do they have an office in Japan?
They have office everywhere.
Okay, so it's possible we could work together one day.
Yeah, I would be down. I would do my best. We have like HR people, we have diversity people, we have managers, we have producers, we have writers. There's computer scientist role, we did computer science together in high school.
Nah, bro. Nah. Look, nah, nah.
No.
That's one job that my agent keeps on being like, you could be an engineer. You can learn la la la. And I'm like, no, I mean, I'm just like, I don't, it just doesn't match me.
They don't
They,
know.
they
They
offer,
don't
they
know
give me like,
you. They don't know our Macintosh struggles getting help from Brinkley.
oh my
Brinkley
God.
saved us. So basically, the story for everyone. And oh, Rachel's here. R is here.
The
Hey.
best. Rush Bell.
So basically, we took AP Computer Scientist because it was the only AP class I got accepted
Yeah,
to.
AP Computer Science. I don't know why the hell we did that. We didn't even know both of us were taking it until we got, because we had just met each other the year before, right?
We literally met the year before. I'm like, oh my god, what are you taking next quarter? Oh my god, AP Computer Science by Miss Decker. I was like, AP Computer Science,
Destiny.
Miss Decker. Oh my god, we're supposed to be best friends. And then Casey says, you guys remember the tutor in computer science class? Haha, plot twist. Brinkley was not a tutor.
No, okay, this is what happened. So we just knew Brinkley. Like I knew her since elementary school, but I was never close. But June has a way with people. June is so charming and sweet and lovable. Like how can you not love him? And so he was on good terms with Brinkley.
I feel
Good
like
thing.
we were bullies in a way of like, help us right now.
No, we were leeches. We were parasites. That's what we were. So we sat near Brinkley and we basically copied off of her for everything. And we would ask for advice and we would ask our teacher to help us. And she didn't realize it, but she was basically doing everything for us.
She was
Like
also
she,
learning at the same time, which was good for her. She was like, "Oh, you can do how to do this," and like,
yeah.
I remember like, oh,
She really liked you.
wait, Casey said I was the after-school volunteer tutor for you guys. You were after-school volunteer tutor for us? Did we went to the same school together? I do not
After
know any Casey yet.
I know Casey from university. He's really tall. Casey. I know someone used to have a friend named Casey that they aren't friends with anymore. But that person, I doubt they were a tutor.
Died of choking on artichoke. Yeah.
After school wait, but we didn't even go to after school.
We were
Did
not
we?
a good student.
No, we didn't go. Casey.
Wait, he said, "Oh, Casey, I remember you." He did say that. Yeah, Casey, he said, "Yeah, that's me. I was a senior. Decker brought me after school to AP Computer Science." Remember, a dude came to us and he gave us tips. Like, a dude named Casey, he gave us the tutoring tips on, like, on computer science. Remember? He was white. I think he was white. I do know who he is. Oh my god, look at us now, right? Oh,
He was a senior.
he was
So he
older
wasn't
than us.
in our class, he came like after.
He wasn't in ours. He wasn't in our class, but he came there after time to time tutor for
I
us.
need more details about Casey. Casey, you
What?
can tell me, or
I
June.
do know
Hey,
him. I do know who
most of the class, everyone in that class was white or Asian.
Yes, but yes.
So I don't know. But
He
you weren't in the class, but you were
he
a
wasn't
tutor.
he wasn't in the class, but Decker brought him because he knew a lot about computer science and all that good stuff. But yes,
I'm sorry, my memory is really bad, so
no,
it doesn't mean anything against you.
wow,
I just
I can't believe we literally were talking about like eating out, making out.
hey, who cares? I mean, it's not like we're like. Obviously, Casey is an awesome person because he's here.
And we were
Right?
shitty
He's
ass
here.
like computer scientists.
You know, we were like this
Yeah, this is how we ended up. I don't know how you found us, but yes, thank you for coming anyway.
because he's awesome, and awesome people attract awesome people.
Yeah. The thing
Yeah,
is,
he's like totally random. I know.
yeah,
That is random.
AP. Oh God, thank you for. I remember, didn't we go take the AP test together? And
Oh,
we,
yeah.
And we were like,
I don't know how. I think
I got 70 something, 69. I barely passed.
it was a score out of 5. What did you need to get college credits? A 4 or 5?
It doesn't matter.
No, I know, but you have to get a certain amount to get college credits, and I didn't even know or care about that. But I think I got like a 3 or something, which is like surprising
Yeah.
because I didn't know what I was doing and I did horribly.
Wow, but like, it's nice though. Like Casey, small world. It's a long term. But the only thing matters is we survived that class with help of Decker, Brinkley, our friendship, and of course Casey's beautiful
Casey!
tutoring. Yes, and we want to let you know the computer science did not affect us in the long run of our career.
Yeah, I
ended
don't
up,
remember anything.
yeah, I ended up being an animator, but yeah. Thank
And
you.
I'm doing whatever I'm doing.
You
and
did an
I
amazing thing being in
I
Japan.
remember sitting in class, and we were talking about how we needed to throw our trash in the trash can, but we were talking about a person. Do you remember? Because we thought that person was trash, so we were gonna throw trash. We would never throw trash at them. By the way, it was just like a joke.
Yes.
And we never said it to them too, because that's bullying. Everyone.
Oh, yes. Casey, do tell us, like, yes.
That person was a bully and a
Dude.
psycho.
Yes, psychotic, stupid,
He
wit.
sprayed the delusion perfume like 10 times every hour on his face and his eyes.
Oh yeah, delusion
He was
everywhere.
very delusionable. He was very delusioned. He was in delusion.
Delusiony? See,
Delu-
hey,
delusion.
hey,
You
but
can just add a Y and it becomes a word.
yes, delusiony. But yes, oh my God, Casey, he's not a computer's.
Delusional.
Oh, Rachel's. Yeah.
What?
Wow, this is like a Macintosh reunion.
Yes,
right?
delusional. Yes. Yes.
We're like a Macintosh reunion
remember.
right here. Oh my goodness. Ah, what a great school, but shitty students. But yes. Oh, I love you too.
He's not a computer scientist either.
Yeah. We're all
But-
different. And we're all born naked and rested drag, right? Yes.
Yeah, we're all born naked. We die with clothes on, possibly.
Oh yes. Oh my God.
Anyway,
Our tutor for AP Computer Science is watching us doing a
thank
teacher
you, Casey.
podcast.
That's
Yeah,
awesome.
thank you for coming. We literally have like a
Please
beautiful.
come back.
It's nice.
Please come back, Casey.
Come back, Casey. Yes, let us know. I'll let you know our future goals, where we're going. Hopefully, will be
Yeah.
different. Yes.
You can listen to us talk about biscuits if you rewatch this after we post it. It's a it's a top content. We are quality.
I'm gonna
Well-
not leave you hang. So I'm gonna be like, yes, we are crispy yet smushy, fatty
No.
yet nutritional. but-
Okay.
I see you're
We're the good fat.
we're the good fat, fatty and nutritional. You can't get rid of us.
Avocado.
Yes. We're the thing that you think about in the middle of 2 a.m. when you get hungry. Yeah, that's right.
Oh,
Biscuits.
okay, this is so nice. You said we're cool. I don't know if that's true, but thank you.
No. Failure. That's why. Thank you. You are cool though. You are literally living in Japan, doing beautiful thing, looking for a job. I'm still scared to move to LA by myself, so I'm gonna probably need a talking with you and like pep talk
Oh
on.
my gosh, please do. We can share the lonely life, the life of the
That's
lonely people.
that's the one
And
thing
after you move, let's talk about loneliness.
yeah, that's something I'm really afraid of because I always like my family 20 minutes away. So like if like I'm sure you're imagining a lot when you're like living in a foreign country, like you must miss your family like a heck ton and a shit ton. So like that's something I do need like advice from you like time to time. Cause dude, there are some days when you're like, I'm sure I don't miss my parents all the time, but sometimes you're just like,
Well, it's like for example, you can't just go home and get some home cooking, or you don't really have like, when you visit your grandma or your parents, they give you like some food to bring home. If you don't know all this already, food is very important to me. Food is love. You give me food, you give me crappy poisoned food. Now that's hatred right there. And bye bye, you're dead to me. And maybe I'm dead if it's poison. But if you give me good food or you share what you think is good food, I'm like, we're soulmates for life.
literally, that's what I felt when we went to a club together with Anna, Tonguing Group. We came back from a club, went to Top Up Scat, Atlanta campus in our cars, ate curry together.
Oh my god, I just want to tell you how horrible that was because I was waiting in the line because you weren't there yet. I waited in that line for 2 hours in
I'm
the
so
cold,
sorry.
holding the curry in my hands, and I couldn't put my hands in my pockets. And this is like winter, and I couldn't put my hands in my pockets because I was holding this curry for him, thinking he would be coming and eating it in line.
Yeah.
But even when he got there, he didn't eat it. But I had called the club ahead of time. I don't even know why I believe them. I was like, hey, I have some food. Who does that? I don't know. They probably thought I was crazy. I was like, hey, I have some food. Can I put it like, do you have a refrigerator or something? If they had said no, I wouldn't have like brought it with me. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
And they're like, yeah, we do. Yeah. I'm like, okay, all right. Okay, thanks. And then I said something else, and then it was like, goodbye. Well, I brought this curry. I made it because June hadn't eaten,
Aw.
and he was gonna meet up with me at the club. And so I was like, well, I gotta make you some food because I made this. We'll eat some food. And yeah, so
It was
anyway, the
delicious.
club lied to me because once we got there, I was like, all right, refrigerator. And they're just like, what the hell are you talking about? Kind of thing. They didn't
Yeah.
say that, but they're like,
Uh-huh.
what? I'm like, I
Yeah.
called you guys and you said that you had a refrigerator. And so the bouncer, he's just like, okay. Well, there's one in the back for like the staff.
Mhm.
And he's like, I'll just take it. And I'm like, okay, can I have your name? And he's just like, sorry, actually, we don't have a refrigerator.
Yeah.
And I'm like, what? Like, I think he was gonna either eat it or throw it away. Probably
Yeah.
throw it away. He
Yeah.
would eat it.
Yeah.
And so I'm like, okay, well, what do I do? Like, you guys told me there is a fridge, which obviously that's a crazy thing to assume. But at the time, I was like, so he's like, well, you can like put it over there. And he pointed to, so like the club was divided into 2 rooms. There's like one room where it had like stripper poles and like kind of like pop music, and the other side was more like hip hop rap.
Yeah.
Kind of like, wasn't there like a chandelier or something?
I think so. There was chandelier.
And but there was like a curtain wall dividing them. It was a wall with curtains covering it in between. And so he's like, you can just put it there. I don't think anyone's gonna mess with it. So we're like, okay, what the hell? So me and June, we found like this kind of corner area on the wall, and there's like a couple making out like near
Yes.
all right, excuse me, we're just gonna suspiciously put this whatever this is down under this curtain. It's not a bomb.
Oh
You know?
yes.
That's like so suspicious. I'm surprised the club let us have that because
Yeah.
that could have easily been a bomb. And then at the end of the night, we just went back and it was still there.
Yeah,
And
they
then
made
you
the
put it in the car.
Yeah, it was beautiful. So thank you for struggle of waiting 2 hours in a line, and thank you. Didn't Ada and Marissa join us after?
Not Ada.
Just Marissa, right?
Marissa, yeah.
Yeah, I remember seeing
No,
Marissa.
not Marissa. Wait, your friend, June.
Marissa,
Is that her name?
I think so.
I don't remember. She was short, really into
Asian?
dancing. Yeah,
Yeah, Marissa. Yes.
I know, but there's a lot of Marissas that are Asian, so I didn't know. Because there's a Melissa too. Isn't there Melissa?
I don't know
Or is
any
it
Melissas.
Marissa?
I know Melissa McCarthy.
Okay, well, I obviously get names confused. This is why you shouldn't feel bad, Casey. Okay?
Yes.
I met these people more than once, and I still don't remember very well.
You are
I
fine.
pushed them out of my memory.
Casey's.
Anyways, this is the moral of the story. If you bring food to a club, first of all, usually you can't get in with food, like especially liquidy food. But if you can, just hide it on the side of the room under a curtain, and you'll be okay.
Or if you're in Asia, you can literally go to convenience store, right, and then buy some instant food and eat it after because you don't have to cook stuff. So nice. In versus American clubs, 4 a.m. everything's closed. You can't get anything if you're hungry except some sketchy Chinese restaurant, which is nice.
You
I think.
get some Waffle House, and you get to see some beautiful tramp stamps.
Yes. Which is you still have to drive to Waffle House, but in Asia it's just like convenient everywhere. So like let's just walk to convenient.
Yeah, there's a convenience store, literally a 1 minute walk from my apartment. So nice.
Magical. Casey said, yeah, I'll send you guys the message on Insta. You two are so cool. Thanks. Thank you.
That's all right.
We couldn't have survived that class without the help of like 4 people. For me, it was Anna, Decker, Brinkley, and Casey. Yes.
Okay, and also, oh yeah, Laura, LA.
I.
Oh, Arbwen, you're so nice.
Mhm.
But I mean, when it comes to friends, it's not really considerate. It's just like love. But my hands were freezing, and I kind of hated
I'm
you.
so sorry.
But when you came, I was like, June. But then I was like, no, I should hate him. But I'm like, I can't. Okay.
Hey, at least at Florida, I gave my jacket to you, so you can walk beautifully.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, you did give me your jacket, and that was so
balances it out. It balances.
freezing, and I was wearing nothing.
You look
I was
so good.
Guys.
You
I
look
wasn't wearing anything,
You
and I didn't get arrested. Isn't that awesome? I'm just kidding. I was wearing clothes.
That was so many things in one sentence. Like, I wasn't wearing anything. Don't that look awesome? I didn't get
Like
arrested.
literally nothing.
But yes, I do. I did work as an intern for a ride. Not anymore. So still looking for a job and jobless now. But it was an awesome internship. Rachel said, Anna, you're too considerate. She is very considerate. She is a love bowl of fried dumpling that is soft and mushy but crunchy on the outside, filled with love. I don't know.
Okay, I'm not mushy, okay? On the inside, I'm that perfect baked deliciousness.
You
a little
get
buttery.
mushy when we get like lovey-dovey of like, I love you, and you're like, I love you.
Yeah, I'm not undercooked, okay?
Yeah, you're cooked. Well done. Beautifully.
Not too well done. I
No,
like it
no,
a
no,
little,
no.
little soft.
Medium well? Is that such thing as
It's
medium
like
well?
the middle is like the
Pinky.
outside is really, it's really delicious, but the inside is also its own separate.
Tender,
Lovely.
juicy,
Right.
and
If you were a food, what would you be?
oh god. Such a difficult question.
I know.
I know what dessert I'll be. I don't know
Okay.
about food. I think
Well,
if I were to
What?
be
Coffee
des-
too?
Hmm?
No, it has milk. You wouldn't want that one.
I know. If I
Wait
were
a second. I know what it is. Wait, don't tell me. I know what it is. I know what it is.
I'm sending you a signal with my head. Yes. Receive it. If I were a dessert.
We're not talking about like ice cream, like something basic. We're talking about like a whole like set thing that you have to actually kind of put effort into,
Okay, yeah,
right?
yes. If I were a dessert, yes. You guys also put it on the chat. What would you be if you were a dessert? Yes, while we're at it.
You would be, I'm trying to think from my perspective what you would be. You would be, so you're sweet, but you're also kind of spicy. I feel like you have a lot of flavor. You have a lot of flavor. Um,
Would you be? I feel like you would be
you're
chocolate.
soft. You're like fluffy.
Oh, thank you.
But you're flavorful. This is a hard
I know
one.
that's why it's so hard. I think you would be something chocolate because I know you love chocolate.
Oh yeah,
You
for
literally
sure.
got a chocolate birthday cake for your birthday with your grandma. I remember.
But see, that's why pumping soup is good
I was
because
about to say popping Sue. That's what I am.
oh, that's what I guessed. Because okay, that has if you get the good kind, the ice. If you get the good one, the ice is kind of like soft and fluffy full, but there's a lot of toppings you can have, and you can
Yeah,
have like
colorful.
that are a little bit sour but like sweet.
Mhm.
Usually there's not spicy, but it can be really flavorful. There's so many flavors you can have. And like it depends on the day. What's your mood? You add different fruits or like red bean or
Yes.
if you want the cheese cream topping, I don't know if that's a thing.
I feel like if you were dessert, then you would be either chocolate something. It could be a chocolate chip, accessible, soft. Because I know you love chocolate, but it's hard to just. There's so many beautiful qualities about you just to call it one food. Because you can be this thing one time and you can be this thing different time. Yeah, yeah, that's right. Rachel said, "You're so considerate. I would have not trusted Curry if I left it alone to the club. You guys are brave."
Yeah, I think it's probably good for people not to do that because, you know, someone could have slipped something in there if they wanted to.
Yeah. But our body has tolerance of drug lord mules, so we are immune to any drugs in the world.
Oh my God, I watched a video about that, about people who are drug mules, but like who would eat them, you know, like they would put it in like a plastic type thing and they would swallow the drugs and like go over the border and stuff. And it's just like so dangerous for them because, you know, if there's one mistake in the packaging and like they could easily overdose, or if they're caught, I mean, obviously they'll go to jail and or they'll be like shot up and all these sad things. Yes,
You have
sadness.
a really good talent when we're talking about something. You really bring up sad facts about something. It gets very accurate and factual. That's a talent.
Okay. Obs says she would be a potato. Um,
A beautiful potato because it can be anything: fries, mashed, crunch, chips, anything. She said one year late at night we looked up for some shaved ice, but we couldn't find any because they were closed. I feel like it was.
I will tell you, if you go to Roppongi, I don't like Roppongi, by the way. Rush Bell didn't go with us that night. That was a horrible night, but I don't like that place in general. I've never had good experiences there, at least clubbing or anything night related. But there is, if you are in Japan, in Tokyo, and you go to Roppongi, there is a place, if your friends go clubbing and you're like, fuck that shit, and you don't want to go to McDonald's, because McDonald's is usually open
Hey.
24/7.
McDonald's is God. Yes.
I will say McDonald's is my hotel,
Safe zone.
or was my hotel when I was younger, and I needed somewhere to stay for a little bit at night
Yeah.
or whatever.
McDonald's in Japan is safe.
It's warm. It's open. If you need food, you can get it. If you really need food, if you're really desperate, because McDonald's is crap. Anyways, there's a place called.
I
I think-
really want BJ Podcast one day to be sponsored by McDonald's. I really want that to happen.
I can't say anything. If they say Roppongi, I mean not Roppongi.
I'm kidding.
If they say McDonald's, I'm gonna be like, I'm gonna be silent. You can say whatever you like. I
No.
will be honest. I'll say, hey, Some places it's open 24/7 and it's warm. That's about all I can say.
Hey, it's
They
okay.
have their ice cream is okay. What else?
Oh my God, you guys are witnessing history. She said something good about McDonald's food. Food, particularly food.
Their ice cream is okay. I say it. I say it. It's ice cream. It's okay.
Rachel, do you know what this means? Yes, Aubrey said McFlurries are good, but she said Roppongi is nasty. Well, I don't know what Roppongi is.
Yeah, it's Roppongi is like I will describe it to you. It's a city. It's a ward, I think, in
Oh,
Tokyo.
it's like an area.
Or yeah, it's an area in Tokyo, and there's two parts. It's divided into two.
Okay.
One part of it is super high class.
Toast bars?
Um, not no. I mean, yeah, there's also host clubs and stuff, but that's not the part I consider high class. Just very, 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 very nice restaurants and shopping, like for very rich people. And then the other part of Roppongi is super dirty, grimy, just sex and
Wow.
violence. And I'm not a big fan of it. Um, there's a place called Yellow. I think it's called Yellow. It's a shaved ice place
Uh-huh.
in Roppongi.
Yeah.
So if you really need somewhere to go, I think it's open until 2 or 4 a.m.
Just go
Me-
there
let
and
me
pee
look.
and let it all out. If
It's really important to know this though, because if you're there and you're just there for a little bit of time, like, and you hate it, like I do,
Mhm.
at least you have somewhere to go.
Yeah.
It's also karaoke. You can go to karaoke.
I'll just
Um,
avoid Roppongi in general. But yes.
Oh yeah, it's called Yellow, and it's open until 5 a.m.
Nice. Nice.
The last order is 4:30 a.m.
Oh, they're so Pacific. Wow, I love that.
Yeah.
But
But that's Monday through Saturday. On Sunday, it's only open until 11 p.m.
that's what we
But who
do.
the hell's going clubbing on a Sunday?
That's
Tell me.
when it gets safe, and if PJ Podcast ever gets bigger, because we will do this every week, we will do our first meet and greet in Yellow Roppongi in Japan. Come
Oh,
there.
it's too small. It's too small.
It's okay. We'll form a line outside in this dirty ratchet place,
You're
and
gonna
it'll be
hate this.
beautiful.
You're
And
gonna
it'll
hate
be a
it so
beautiful meet and greet with everyone. Casey,
No.
me.
No, we're not gonna do that.
Rachel, Aubrey, and
No.
Kane. Yes, it's gonna be.
There's better places to go.
No, no, we run it off. We
No, we're
we
not
talked
doing
about it for 10 minutes, so we asked. Okay, but Kane said.
Oh my gosh, do you see my sweat? Ooh, that's beautiful.
That's your sweat?
And it's only my right side. Why is that? I'm
Wow,
like
it looks like a fashion design part of it. You made it work.
I thought it was a design too, and then I realized, like just now, I was like, wait a second, that's probably my sweat.
Wait, do you need a sweater to cover it, or are you cold, or?
I'm like slightly cold. I have a huge window covering half of my room. So it gets hot, but I need the air conditioning on.
Yeah.
But the air conditioning makes me a little cold, so I'm in this really weird position where I'm kind of sweating, but I'm also kind of cold at the same time. I don't have corona, don't worry. Okay.
I don't think Corona has correlation with armpit sweat.
I mean, I don't know, like a fever, you're
Only
fine.
my fever Bieber for you. Sorry. Anyway.
Oh, wait. Also, guys, let us know if there's something you want us to talk about next time.
Yeah.
I feel like we talked our heads off, and I think it's time we probably end this for today.
Yes. Well, we'll add the last comment, which is very important. Aubrey said McChickens are delicious. Agreed.
No.
And it's Aubrey, so we have to believe.
McFlurries! Yes. That's pretty good. Yeah, I will agree.
Rachel said, I'm with Anna. We're not doing that, which Roppongi at Yellow, which we will. Sorry.
Oh, pizza guy. Pizza kind of guy. Kane said he's a pizza kind of guy. I totally agree.
Pizza. And
Oh wait, are you saying as a food you're a pizza? Because that's a great idea, because pizza also has so many toppings and different thicknesses in the crust.
no pineapple. Yes.
Pineapple. If the pineapple is good, it's good. But I tried pineapple on ham pizza in Japan at the Japanese Domino's. That was nasty.
Yeah,
I was really
nasty.
sad.
Ooh. You know
I
what they
tried it
say?
in the US many times and it was very good, but the one here was just so bad.
I'm so sorry, but I
Thank you,
love.
Rachel. Yes, we are not doing that. Um,
Hey, yes, we are.
okay, Aubrey wants us to talk about anime.
And she
Of
want us.
course, let's do that
Yeah, let's
next
talk
time.
about anime next week.
Oh, y'all. Oh,
And it,
yeah, we could talk about like, um, kind of like the animation part about it. You could talk about anime that you think is like really pretty.
no sleep,
Okay.
death,
Thank you for your, um, thank you for your requests,
contribution.
Aubrey.
Yes.
Anyone, you have a request? Hey, anytime.
BJ Podcast is here to fulfill your oral needs. Yes.
And check our
Yeah.
Instagram page, which is beautifully run by our wonderful person here, June. Look at that.
Sponsor us, Deer Park. Yes.
Yeah, please do. And also,
Are you playing out Deer Park?
because
Well, that's
this is
good.
amazing.
That's like a Japanese version of Deer Park,
Yeah.
which is better, I assume. Yes, Suntory.
No, it's really good, but I mean, it's water. There's bad water. There's bad water, and then there's like good. But I've never said like, oh yeah, this water is amazing. I know you feel that way about Deer Park, but I'm like, oh, this is good water. This water is shit. That's
Yeah.
how I divide them.
On that beautiful note, with a floppy dick in my hand that doesn't do anything, today we are talking about this beautiful episode. Wow, this is okay. How long is good? This is a good thickness, so it's good, right?
Long is okay, but it needs to be thick.
For me,
Ish.
this should be good.
It can't be. I can't do small. That's not working.
What about this?
I used to think that size didn't matter because that's what everyone said. It does
Well,
to a degree,
today
but it depends on the person. All right, everyone.
today we learned about ball
Obviously,
fucking, all
we were
this beautiful
talking
stuff.
about bananas.
Yes, Casey was here, Rachel was here, Aubrey was here, Kane was here. Thank you for being
Hey.
here. 6 people all together. Yes.
Yes.
On that
Yes.
beautiful note, my name is June.
Yeah, and if you have any people who are also awesome, please share this with them, and you can make it like a weekly thing where you come here together and you're like, you know, watching us and interacting in the comments, and then you can talk to each other and be like, I think this. And they'll be like, I think this, bitch. And then you get into a fight, and then you comment about it. You're like, hey, I just got in a bitch fight with my friend. I ripped out their earring. Now we're at the hospital. I feel so bad, but I wanted you to know. Anyways,
I love it.
please share if you
Yes.
want to. Only if they're awesome.
No, share it no matter what. We need people.
Share it no matter what.
Oh my god, Rachel said, would you guys want to try playing a computer game together? I would love to. Would you guys be joining like Discord so we can all do a voice something? I recently played a game with like people at Ride, which only one person had to download a game. Like he had the game on his computer and he would share the game screen, and it's like a Quizizz, and he would send you a link and you can join the link with your phone. And you can answer it with your phone or like on your computer link, so you don't have to download anything. So it was super fun.
Oh, that would be cool. I know that there's games where like you draw stuff or like you answer a question or something like that.
Yeah, we could do the draw thing, which is like the cheapest one online, like the easiest one where you can just
Yeah.
we'll just
Yeah, we could do some of that.
yeah. Let's. Oh, Rachel said I would love to see you guys reacting to playing something, drawing. We should do some reaction videos more in the future, and I'll do a setup where our chat shows my face and Anna's face, and then we'll have maybe we can put the chat our faces more closer, and we have a reaction faces, whatever. We'll figure it out. Anyway, we'll be back on similar time next Thursday, hopefully. We'll let you know in advance. And thank you for being here today, everyone.
All right, thank you, guys. I'm Anna.
This
And
was
I'm Anna. This is.
June, and we are BJ Podcast. Okay, we did it. Okay. Yes, go get some wet ass pussy, everyone. Bye.
Yeah, is that what else, pussy?
I don't